This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. Rams football on WMIX and the Section 618 app is powered by People's National Bank. Watch most games on the WMIX Sports YouTube channel, thanks to Allstate agent Paul Shields. Mount Vernon Rams football is also presented in part by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Josh Finley Country Financial, Munkin Toyota, Bonnie Cafe, Hall Insurance Group, Walgreens Distribution Center, Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, your Mount Vernon Culvers, Tony Wilt State Farm, SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply, Casa Raya, Bean Insurance, Biltmore Buildings, Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon, Michael Croshan, Edward Jones, Mount Vernon Wind Supply, and DollarSavingDeals.com. We take you to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth for the Landers Collision Center pregame show. Mount Vernon Rams football starts now.
Home sweet home yet again for the Mount Vernon Rams tonight as they welcome the Cahokia Comanches after a big win 1 week ago against the Altop Crusaders. Good evening to you from the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. I'm Chris Hugo, the Hammer, Hank Evans alongside. Here on 94.1 WMIX, you're listening live on the free Section 618.com mobile app. We're glad to have those of you watching worldwide on the WMIX Sports YouTube channel. This is your Landers Toy and Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers tows and fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Hammer, the Rams are 2-3 now after last week's big win, but they have the mammoth of the South 7 this week, the 4-1 Cahokia Comanches.
And in my opinion, it's probably the best team Mount Vernon will see all year. And unfortunately for Mount Vernon, the Cahokia brings us just as much speed, if not more, than Mount Vernon can trot out. However, it's not all bad news. Mount Vernon looks to be as healthy as they've been since about 4 minutes into week 1, as I see number 5, Chris Rudolph, warming up down on the field.
And we get into all that with Rams football coach Dan Mings tonight in our pregame interview. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk with Coach. Tonight, the Rams and Comanches coming up at the top of the hour. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
With a local touch, welcome to People's National Bank. With their easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, they're here to make your banking entire experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans and more, they're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact your local Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today to see how you can save.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX, presented by People's National Bank.
Welcome back to your Landers Toy and Collision Center's pregame show, 94.1 WMIX, the free Section 618.com mobile app, and you can watch us live tonight on the WMIX Sports YouTube channel. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Cahokia Comanches coming up at the top of the hour here from Ken Hunt Stadium. We're joined now by Rams football coach Dan Mings. And, Coach, what a big win last week against Altop. Come from behind 29-28. And I know after the game, had to be proud of your kids.
Yeah, it was a great game. You know, and the kids fought. They fought hard. You know, and for the first time this year, I mean, we were actually playing pretty good defense and running around hitting people. And, that's the thing that makes me probably the happiest. That it sort of reminded me of old Rams football a little bit. You know, I mean, just fighting all the way till the end. And, you know, we always say, you know, if you're close enough to win in the fourth quarter, you might as well win. And we did that, and it was just a big, big win that we need to have.
Absolutely. And I mean, a lot of kids stepped up in the win. And, you know, I think about the third down defense. I think limited them to 1 of 8. Unfortunately, on fourth down, some of those turned into first downs. But when it mattered the most, the defense came to play and had some big stops. And I think obviously the biggest is probably Exodus Thomas near the end of the game, the fumble recovery, what have you, the stop on defensively. But just a big win. And I know moving forward, hopefully a shot of momentum into the Rams football.
Well, we had a really great week of practice. The kids are, I can't really tell if they're excited or they're confident. I mean, it's, I hope they're confident because they just come out to practice and it was a really good focused week. And we know what we're up against this week. It's another great quarterback. They probably have, and I don't say this lightly at all. He may be the second best football player that I have ever seen. I mean, Jason Ford was amazing. The kids from Holman last year were, obviously some D1 talent, but they have a freshman that is legit. I mean, he touched the ball 5 times on offense. He scored 3 times, 5 interceptions with 3 touchdowns, and he's ran 3 kickoffs back for touchdowns. And this is a freshman, and he's a big dude. 6'2", 195 pounds. And, you don't see those very often. So between him and the quarterback, and obviously it's Cahokia big again, up front. So we know what's ahead of us, and we know what we have to do. It's just we have got to limit the big plays.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's Cahokia. Cahokia is synonymous with big play. You look it up in the dictionary and it's probably going to be right there. But it's a Cahokia offensive man. As we've seen time and time again, they just have the guys to get up and down the field. And it looks like they've been able to keep quite a few guys out of East St. Louis and have kept them in Cahokia. And, you're looking at Donald Collier Jr., and Nigel Gooden, just to name a couple. And, from watching film, it's going to be a team. They're going to run a lot out of the gun. It looks like they might stack some receivers. I think I even saw maybe a diamond quad against Marion in some film. And so, it's that team that if the Rams can play solid defensively like they did a week ago, have a fighting chance.
Yeah, and this is the thing about Cahokia. We may be able to limit them, but they are going to take 6 to 8 shots down the field. Long bombs. That's what they're going to do. And if they can connect on 3 or 4 of those, they beat you, period. I mean, there's no way about it. So offensively, they'll give you some different looks and, being the gun and, those types of things. But they're sort of biding their time for their big shots, which is, just normal Cahokia type stuff. But they've got the guys that can get behind you and you can play great, for 15 plays. And then one play you don't, and they're going to score. So we're very aware of that. And then they play really good defense. Cahokia always, just has the athletes to run around, and they're not afraid to hit you. So hopefully we're going to match that tonight because we've got our athletes on the field too. And I feel like that we've got a really good group of athletes. So we're going to see what we can do as far as matching them, player for player, and see what happens here in a few minutes.
Oh, absolutely. And, and I'm glad you said that because to me, you can play perfectly 99% of the game and it's going to be that 1% of the time. And to me, maybe this one of the smarter Cahokia teams that I've seen, whereas before they just made things happen. They were that athletic. They just would make it work. But Marion, in the first piece of film that I was able to watch, they had just gotten the ball back from the Wildcats. I forget how, it might've been a punt, doesn't matter. And then the quarterback managed to see a defender, I don't remember if he slipped or whatever, on the left and threw a 61-yard bomb for a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage on that drive. And so they just know how to capitalize.
They do. And like I said, we know they're a shot team. They're going to take many shots during this game. And, what can we do to weather that storm? What different looks can we give them pre-snap, to where they don't get the reads that they want and they don't get the matchups that they want. So, we've been working a lot this week on just switching up some coverages and doing some different things. But, it's just going to come down to, are we going to fight tonight? We're not going to fight tonight. That's what it comes down to. And, hopefully there's going to be a big crowd there with homecoming and all that other kind of stuff going on tonight. And the crowd's behind us and gives us a little bit of energy. And because last week we could hear them. It was a very vocal crowd. And, when the game got tight, they were so loud, it was hard to get a snap off for the other team. So we're looking for just a total Mount Vernon effort tonight. Players, fans, radio guys, hey, give us some good vibes, We're looking from top to bottom for some good things to happen tonight.
Well, absolutely. Last week, a big program win. And, another point you made a moment ago was your kids are athletic too. And so last week in our pregame interview, we talked about the fact that full strength could be on the horizon. So barring any injuries last week or in practice this week, the Rams should be fairly healthy tonight.
And we are for the first time since week one. We lost Charlie Shute this summer, at the hip. But Charlie may be back, hopefully by senior night, gets on the field, but we'll see about that. But, every single other guy in the program is available, so that's big for us. Since week one, we haven't had that. So, those guys have been out and they haven't been practicing a lot, but this is the first full week of practice they got back. So, hopefully they're going to be able to come in and difference makers for us as well.
No doubt. How do the Rams get that W tonight on homecoming night against the Hoke?
Well, you got to take care of the big play. That's it. You got to tackle. You got to be sure tacklers because if you miss, they're gone. So, putting a lot more pressure on the defensive side. Offensively, CJ's got to hit the open guys and our guys got to get open. Jay Sean has got to take advantage of the holes in the gaps that we give him up front. So we have got to at least tie the line of scrimmage. I want to be realistic. I don't know if we can win the line of scrimmage, but we at least need to fight to a tie on the line of scrimmage. Stop their big plays, and I think CJ Udisha is going to have a good night for us.
I love it. I love those keys. And Dan, I'm going to tell you right now, if we see the development we saw last week, I feel a lot better about the chances this week. I mean, not to revisit too much, but I mean, Zay was able to make some big grabs that helped open up Nolan Mast. And then, CJ made some big throws and it just really helped open up that offense. And then the defense playing tough. I mean, I feel a lot better about tonight than I did a week ago.
Well, I do too. But, I'm sure that, Coach Donald and the Comanches are going to have something to say about that a little bit. But like I say, man, just what a great week of practice, and our kids are focused. So hopefully, we're going to come out and play as hard as we can and put them in some serious spots where they have to throw the ball up and we get some picks.
Amen. Looking forward to it, Dan. Homecoming night. I know you're busy. A lot of distractions tonight. I do not want to be one of them. Just appreciate your time as always.
Hey, I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you.
That was Mount Vernon Rams football coach Dan Mings. A lot to talk about from last week, a lot to celebrate from last week's 29-28 win over the Altop Crusaders. A lot of kids stepped up in a big way. And, of course, we talked about Zay Nesbitt reeling in some big grabs, including the 36-yard touchdown. Nolan Mast had opened him up, and pardon the slip of tongue there and earlier in the interview. But he had that big 47-yard grab for the go-ahead touchdown. And I know Staples had a big run in the effort as well. And let's not forget that offensive line last week, and especially the defense a week ago, and just a big game. And, it all came down to a field goal, which if it's Truman Carnine out there or any of the Mount Vernon Ram kicking core, you're probably a little confident that one's going to be a game winner. But the Crusaders just missed that field goal, and the Rams walked off a 29-28 winner over Altop a week ago. And now they shift their focus to Cahokia. Big one tonight on homecoming night from Ken Hunt Stadium. This is your Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show since 1988. Landers Towing and Collision, the dominant force in collision repair in towing in Mount Vernon and Salem. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have your Hall Insurance Group starting lineups a little bit later on, as well as your Monk and Toyota keys to the game. We'll also get to know tonight's officials here on this Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame. You're not too far away from more content here on Mount Vernon Rams football, presented by People's National Bank. This is the Rams back on 94.1 WMIX and the free Section 618.com mobile app. Watch us live on the WMIX Sports YouTube. We're back after this.
If you are looking for a new career, Walgreens Distribution Center in Mount Vernon is hiring. Walgreens offers an excellent benefits package, competitive pay, on-site health clinic, 401k, performance bonuses, shift differentials, full-time employment, and maintenance technician openings. Plus, they have walk-in Wednesdays every Wednesday from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. No appointment necessary. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. Walgreens promotes and supports a drug-free workplace.
You need insurance to help protect things that mean a lot to you. You need coverage that's affordable because we all have a budget. At Country Financial, we get it. For close to 100 years, we've offered insurance and financial services to help protect what's most important to you. and to help prepare for your future. Best of all, I'm here to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. In other words, we've got your back. I'm Josh Finley, your local country financial representative. Call me at 618-242-4024.
Landers Towing and Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem is now an OEM or original equipment manufacturer certified body shop. We have been recognized by vehicle manufacturers for meeting specific standards in repair quality, equipment, and training. This certification means that we can properly repair vehicles using approved parts and procedures, maintaining the vehicle's safety, performance, and structural integrity. Give us a call at 1-888-LANDERS for any collision or towing needs. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Hey everyone, it's Marty with Huey and Newell Funeral Homes. Life is deceptive in the course of living it. We get so wrapped up in our daily activities that we lose sight of what we're actually here for. A life well lived is one that doesn't rely on accomplishments or acquiring stuff, but instead focuses on relationships. Practicing kindness, empathy, and compassion are the things that last and will impact other people's lives for generations to come. We are Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, serving our community with the greatest of care now and many years to come.
This October, only at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon. Buy 3 tires and get the 4th for just $1. Hi, this is sales manager Presley Marlowe. Replace your tires before winter and save big. And here are 5 reasons to buy from Munkin Toyota. The right tires for your Toyota model, a tire price match guarantee, expert installation by factory trained technicians, all the top brands, plus road hazard coverage on eligible tires. Only at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe in Mount Vernon. Delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe inside the Mount Vernon Airport or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
Watch the Rams in stunning high definition on the free Section 618 app, powered by Paul Shields Allstate Insurance. Now, back to Rams football.
Back on 94.1 WMIX and worldwide on the WMIX Sports YouTube tonight, as well as the free Section618.com mobile app. I'm Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside, Jeff Crow with us in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. Shauna Pugh back at the Mount Vernon studio tonight as the Rams welcome the Cahokia Comanches. It is homecoming night at Ken Hunt Stadium. And again, the Rams look for their 3rd win of the year. Hank, going to be tough tonight against this Comanche team. They come in 4-1. Their only loss is to Lift for Life out of St. Louis. And, of course, this Comanche team may be better than ever.
Yeah, and they certainly, just the depth of athletes, and you look at their stats, they've got a couple receivers averaging like 26 yards a catch. The quarterback's already thrown for 10 touchdowns this year. We don't talk about their defense enough. They intercepted Callahan Roper 3 times. Carbondale quarterback Davin Woolley, another 3 interceptions. So they got athletes all over the field.
They definitely do, and as you heard me mention with Dan in the pregame interview, one of the smartest Cahokia teams I've ever seen, and that's not meant to be inflammatory or insulting, but I saw film against Marion, and I saw mistakes made and Cahokia capitalizing. They used to just make things happen and could draw things up in the dirt and execute. And just seeing them and just, the intelligence of Nigel Gooden out of the gun, he just drops passes into receivers' hands, and it's just absolutely astonishing to watch.
And a little bit scary thing about them, they start 3 senior offensive linemen, but other than that, all their offensive players are underclassmen. And the guy that we heard Dan Mings talk about, you'll see him, number 15, Ernest Winters. He's a freshman. I mean, they are loaded for the next couple years.
They certainly are, and we're loaded, too, with our Landers Towing and Collision Centers pregame. When we come back, we'll have your Munkin Toyota keys of the game and your Hall Insurance Group starting lineups. Coming up, Landers Towing and Collision Centers at brand spanking new Mount Vernon location on Highway 37 South. You have to check it out. Brand new waiting area. Pleasure to see. Landers Towing and Collision Centers, Mount Vernon and Salem. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. We'll break. We'll come back. We'll get you all that info. The Rams and Cahokia coming up at the top of the hour. This is Mount Vernon football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for a bank that fits your lifestyle? Discover People's National Bank, where convenience meets value. With mobile banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Enjoy free checking with no hidden fees, competitive mortgage loans to help you find your dream home, and specialized ag and commercial products to give you an advantage in managing your business. Experience banking made easy and affordable. Visit People's National Bank today and see the difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Stop searching for your own insurance. You have too much on your plate. Just one call to Hall Insurance, and they'll find the best coverage for your needs. Whether it's home, auto, renters, boat, motorcycle, your business, whatever you need coverage on, they'll do the work for you. Then call you back with a quote, most times in the same day. Call 618-244-7500 or visit hallinsgroup.com. Hall Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency in Mount Vernon. hallinsgroup.com.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by People's National Bank.
Back on 94.1 WMIX and the free Section 618.com mobile app tonight, the Mount Vernon Rams pregame show presented by Landers Towing and Collision Centers. Mount Vernon and Salem, they're your go-to one-stop shop when it comes to collision repair. Now an OEM-certified body shop. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Let's hurry to get to our keys to the game, sponsored by Munkin Toyota, just off of exit 95 in Mount Vernon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Who we got?
Cahokia, you got to limit the big plays. Easier said than done. Make them drive down the field. Hopefully they put it on the ground. Mount Vernon won last week playing clean football. No pre-snap penalties or turnovers. Offensively, Mount Vernon, they'd be wise to control the clock, slow this game down, keep that Cahokia offense on the sideline.
I think I said who, thinking ahead to the starting laps, but that's what we got for the Munkin Toyota keys to the game tonight. Munkin Toyota Mount Vernon, new and pre-owned vehicles, and they are the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty here in the King City. Starting lineups are presented by Hall Insurance Group. Don't waste your time. Let Hall Insurance do the shopping for you. Go to hallinsgroup.com. Get a quote fast. That's hallinsgroup.com. Now, who we got?
I'll do Cahokia offense first. It'll be number 1, Nigel Gooden, the quarterback. Running back will be Donald Collier and Makai Henderson. Wide receivers will be Tyreek Haynes, Heartless Holman, and Cortez Rose. The linemen will be Makai Henderson, Cameron Henderson, Torian Williams, Cedarian Collins, and Kelvin Howard. That'll be the Cahokia offense.
There we go. Brett Hall, Hall Insurance Group, a longtime supporter of the Mount Vernon Rams. He's even a Ram Hall of Famer. Let him get you a quote. Go to hallinsgroup.com. We'll meet the Rams as necessary tonight, of course. As we're about to get underway here, top of the hour nearby, this is WMIX-FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, and all of Southern Illinois, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. As we near the top of that 7 o'clock hour, already pretty well dark. Lights taking effect here at Kinhunt Stadium on homecoming night. We'll have an extended Huey Funeral Home halftime show. We'll take a look at all of your fall sports. We'll recap the seasons, at least this week, in Rams fall athletics, even underclass football.
Cahokia won the toss. However, they defer to the second half. Mount Vernon will start on offense, and it looks like Crowder and Staples will be back to receive.
The Rams should be fully healthy, fully stocked tonight, offensively and defensively as well. The most healthy they've been since kickoff of week 1 against Waterloo. That's been a minute ago.
About 4 minutes in was when I believe Rudolph went down after ripping off a huge run early.
He did, and
it's a pretty quick recovery. Those youngsters, they heal quicker than us old guys.
Without a doubt. Definitely quicker than me.
Yeah.
So let's see here as we await kickoff from Kinhunt Stadium. Rams in their home blacks, the thick white stripe down the side of the pants, piping, if you will, very thick. And then white numerics and lettering trimmed in orange with those matte black helmets.
Rams coming in off their best effort of the season, I'd say by far. They beat a very good team. Probably playing a little better team this week.
1 of 8, third down defensive efficiency, which is pretty good. I mean, 7 times nothing happened. They went to 4th down. Unfortunately, it was on 4th down. The Altop was 4 of 5. But when it mattered the most, the Rams got the stop. And so now we think we're about to get underway. Cahokia away white tops with blue numerics and lettering trimmed in red. blue pants and glossy white helmets with red and blue trim. Here comes the kick, and it's going to be a line drive to about the 19-yard line. No problem for Staples. He'll get to the 30 already. And fumble the football, picked up by the Comanches. They'll take it to the house, and it'll be 6-0 Cahokia just like that.
That's one of the keys to the game. Just went right down the old.
So Antonio Morris will march it in from about 30 yards out on the Ram turnover.
2 of the keys to the game, big plays and clean football, and that was neither. You just can't. This team is so good, you can't help them out.
And you heard it in our interview with Dan. The things that can happen. And unfortunately, that is one of them. And the Comanches take a 6-0 lead here, 11 seconds into the game. Oh, boy. I think there was a flag on the celebration, perhaps. That's what I'm hearing up here in the press box.
I believe that'll be after on the ensuing kickoff that will be applied.
So we'll wait for the PAT here. 6-0 Comanches. 11:49 left here in the first quarter, just underway after kickoff. And lo and behold, not a good start.
No, it's a disastrous start, if we're being honest.
All things equal, I think sometimes people say. So we'll wait for them to get all that figured out, only to say that, of course, as you just said, it'll be assessed after kickoff. And we'll get the PAT underway. More than likely, the Comanches will go for it here, go for 2. Up 6-0 with 11:49 left in the first. It'll be out of the pistol here for the quarterback, Gooden, and the handoff going to go to Henderson, and he'll sneak in no problem and 8-zip.
And that's the workhorse running back. He leads them in carries and yards. Mekhi Henderson on the 2-point conversion.
Saw a lot of things happening tonight. That was not one of them.
That was not ideal to be.
Well, that is your Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter on the SI Tile and Carpet Supply touchdown. My apologies to our great sponsors. Obviously a little in shock of that. Of course, Walgreens Distribution Center looking to hire full-time, part-time, build your own schedule, even salaried positions. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. So, take 2. You hope second verse not the same as the first here, as the Rams trail 8-0 with 11:49 left.
Special teams have just been an issue most of the season.
I don't know that I'd call them special at this point.
I mean, some words I can't say.
I was going to say kids are working hard at it, but it's just been a struggle for whatever reason so far this year.
Now, right now, Mount Vernon should end up with great field position, probably the 40, even maybe closer to midfield.
They are working on good field position about the 30 earlier, but going to hang on to the football. So now with the penalty enforced, the Comanches will kick off from their own 25-yard line, and we'll see how deep they can get. 11 seconds into this one. Second try for the Rams, maybe offensively. Here comes kickoff. A little more gusto behind it this time, but Crowder has some trouble with it at about the 25. Picks up the loose football. Now dancing around the 30-yard line, looking to get to the 32, 33. Do I have a 34? Gets to the 34. They push him back. Will they give him to the spot to the 34? Yes. Actually, I have no idea. I just knew I did stop doing auctioneer style.
That was impressive.
To the 34-yard line they go. That'll be 1st and 10. Bank with confidence at People's National Bank with a range of services and dedicated support. They're here to help you every step of the way. Learn more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Far hash on the spot with 11:41 left in the first quarter. Rams will run their first play from scrimmage, and we see Chris Rudolph back in the lineup for this Ram football team. Staples will also be in the backfield. Last time Rudolph was in the lineup, the Rams ripped off a couple of big runs. Now they just need to hang on to the football. They'll run out of the gun. Single back set here out of the gun T formation. Zay Nesbitt left slot, Nolan Mast on the left with 11:41 left. 1st and 10, they say the 33. It's on the far hash. Out of the gun, quarterback C.J. Hughes Disrow Jr. has Staples in motion, looking for a screen pass. Instead, he'll get a flag. That'll push the Rams back 5 on a false start, and not off to a great one. Great start.
Poor. Poor would be the word.
That whistle's all I got right now.
Let me give the Mount Vernon offensive line. It's Kylan Brown, Holden Burns, Carter Burns, Carson Bradford, J.T. Van Allen, quarterback C.J. Hughes Disrow Jr., Nesbitt, and master receivers. and we know the running backs.
One of them's in motion. That's Staples. Screenplay maybe? Nope. Ooh, slant play, underthrown. One of those zigged when they should have zagged, I'm guessing, and the football will fall incomplete at midfield. It'll be 2nd and 15 now for the Rams.
Definitely looked to be some miscommunication. Mount Vernon offensively needs to stay on time. They don't want to be 2nd, 3rd, and long.
Speaking of Mast, congratulations, Kendall Mast. She had 9 kills in a volleyball win over Cahokia last week. She's our Josh Finley Country Financial Ram of the Week, offering insurance coverage to protect what's most important to you. Call Josh Finley at Country Financial, 618-242-4024. Out of the gun here, single back, 2 left for the Rams. 2nd and 15 from their own 28-yard line after an incomplete pass and a flag prior to that. Calling for the snap is Hughes Disrow. It's going to be a pitch. It'll be Rudolph. Breaks a tackle in the backfield. Makes a nice move at the 30. Gets to the 31. Gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 12. Started to say 7, but no, 12. So Rudolph gets 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 12 now with 11:10 left in the first.
It's a very stingy Cahokia pass defense.
As we'll drop below the 11-minute mark here in the first quarter. If you just tuned in, it's already 8-0 Comanches. They took advantage of a Ram fumble on the kickoff, and Antonio Morris ran it 30-such yards into the end zone for the initial score.
It's like Mast is lined up one-on-one. Let's see if Mount Vernon looks his way.
They'll go 4, 2 on each side, the receivers. Rolling to the right side now, C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Moves, keeping it down at the 30, pulled down around the original line of scrimmage. Might be all of that running for a gain of 2, maybe 3. It'll bring up 4th down and 10.
And I believe he was looking for Mast, but Chase, number 11, Chase Bradley, had him locked up in one-on-one coverage.
Boy, he did. Filthy. And it'll be a 3 and out here for the Rams with 10:20 left in the first quarter. 8-0 score. It'll be 4th and 10 now from the 33. The Comanches have, I think, Collier back to return between the hashes at the 38. Donald Collier.
Very good player.
We'll drop below the 10-minute mark here. Cahokia 8, Mount Vernon nothing, and there's a snap. Griever's punt. Ooh, a nice tight spiral off of the boot, and it'll be picked up at about the 27-yard line. Collier between the hashes, 40. Ooh, pushes his man into traffic at the 45, and breaking some tackles, but still at that 46 is where he'll fall. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Comanches, shy of midfield.
I believe it was Davius Barnes got to him first, but Wyatt Evans finished him off.
We'll get you score updates throughout the night from Week 6 matchups. Of course, sponsored by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. 15-plus years of service. 618-242-1421 or go to TonyWilt.com to learn more about Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent here in Mount Vernon. 9:44 to play. We are in the first quarter, 8-0 score. The Comanches right now, off a hot start, and mostly with defense and special teams. Right there, though, is a snap that's going to get away. Exodus Thomas gives chase. Henderson will pick it up in the backfield. He's at the 30, looking to make something happen. 35, drags his guy to about the 40, falls down 41, 42. That could have been a lot worse than just a 4-yard loss.
Did a very good job to get most of that back. That could have been disastrous for the Comanches, and probably one Mount Vernon needed to somehow recover.
9:21 left first quarter, 2nd and 14 now for the Comanches. And all that running just to play hero, and it's a loss of 4 for Malachi Henderson. Rules is rules.
Certainly was not his fault.
Nope. Just one of those days for everybody, I think. They'll go twins each side here. A 4-receiver set out of the gun for the Comanches. The back flanking the quarterback to the left. Quarterback, of course, Nigel Good, and his back is Henderson. 2-step drop, looking to the right side, and that one is going to be underthrown. The intended target, Cortez Rose, there on the right side. That'll be an incomplete pass for Gooden. You don't see that often.
No, a little low. He's been very good this year, however. RA with 886 yards, 10 touchdowns, and only 3 picks.
3rd and 14. 8:51 left here in this first quarter of play. It's 8-0 Comanches on top. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. They are proud to have a long-standing tradition of superior orthopedic care, treating thousands of patients from southern Illinois and beyond.
Don't be surprised Cahokia just runs a couple seam routes and lets her fly.
We saw it against Marion. They just got the ball back, and
somebody's offsides or a false start.
I thought the Rams went first, and they're going to say the Comanches did. It'll push them back 5. It'll be 3rd and 19.
Rams got a break here because they were definitely in the neutral zone first. Didn't get called. Be 3rd and 19 for the Comanches.
8:51 left here. 3rd and 19.
Be a big stop here for the Rams if they can execute.
Ball's on the 38-yard line. 8-0 score. 8:51 to play. We are in the first quarter. They'll go trips right, 1 left. Back is Henderson for the quarterback, Nigel Gooden, the 6'2 junior. Out of the gun. 2-step turns into 3. Now he's got to roll away from Exodus Thomas, who gives chase and brings him down. Exodus Thomas will flush him out of the pocket, but pull him down for a loss at about the 34-yard line for another loss of 4.
Excellent defensive stand by the Rams, and it looks to be a very improved unit over the first couple weeks.
Going to have our guy Wayner tuned in. Wayne Hari, wherever you may be, probably in a combine somewhere.
He's busy. It's a busy time of year for those guys.
Just having to see the legend reach out, and, of course, we'll give him that shout-out. With 8:19 left in the first quarter, 8-0 Cahokia on top. We'll see him before long. Mount Vernon Rams basketball will tip off at Triad to open their season. Plenty of football left before then. 4th and 22 for Cahokia. 8:06 to play. First quarter, 8-0 Comanche lead. High snap, no problem. There's the punt. Going to be high up into the air. The apex won't be much. And it'll take a bounce out of bounds at the Mount Vernon 38-yard line, where the Rams will have it 1st and 10.
Very good defensive stand for Mount Vernon. Now need just a nice, long, time-consuming drive here.
Appreciate our buddy Spot for sending us a score update from the game we're at. Thank you. Would love one from somewhere
Friends
else.
like that.
Friends like that, who needs enemies? 7:55 left, first quarter, 8-0 the score here. Maybe he was just telling me I'm not saying the score enough.
7-0 Cahokia. 8-0.
Yeah, you forgot. That's all right. You're here. We'll get scores from everywhere else here before you know it. Sponsored by Tony Wilcher, State Farm Agent. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. Rams have the football for the second time tonight. Should have had to be their 3rd drive, but a turnover is what led to this Cahokia touchdown. And now the Rams are going to shift left. Rudolph will be a left wing back here out of the gun tee. Split left and right, your receivers out of the gun. Single back is Staples. He'll get the sweep coming to the left. Trying to stretch the field, gets to the 40 and has to lean forward, 41, 42. They're standing in between them. It'll be 4.5 yards on the carry. We'll give them 4. It's going to be 4. They're going to step back. 4 for Staples. 2nd and 6.
There's a lot of scoring already in Centralia. 7-7. It's Orphans and the Marion Wildcats.
All right, 7-7. And those two apparently aren't going to play much beyond this season either.
Sound like.
Which there's not a lot of room in football. They're going to have, I think, week 1 and week 9 open. When they move to the Cahokia next year, they being Centralia. Not this Cahokia. That's a conference. This is the team, and it's going to be an off-tackle run for Chris Rudolph. He will get near midfield to the 49, stays on his feet, dragging the Comanches across the midfield marker, and gets down to the 47. That'll be a gain of 12.
That's what I'm going, 12. Nice to see Chris Rudolph back.
Indeed. Big run there, 8-0 Comanches, 7:08 left here in this third quarter. Video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon Allstate agent. If you haven't shopped for insurance in a while, give Paul a call. While everyone else is raising their rates, Allstate is lowering theirs. Call Paul at 618-241-0551. 6:55 mark, first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Rams, their first down of the night. Out of the gun here, single back, split left and right. They load right. Run's going to go right up the middle. Good run by Staples. He will get to the 40 outside the hashes, down to the 39. Gain of 8 for Jay Sean. He has 2 carries for 12 unofficially, and that'll give the Rams 2nd and short here, about 2nd and 2, 6:30 mark of the first quarter. Thank you, Harp. Benton leads Nashville 7-0 after 1.
Benton looks to be a load this year.
They're pretty good. And then some. Out of the gun here, left and right, your Ram targets. Looks like it'll be Staples in the backfield, reverse to Rudolph. He's going to have to find room to get up middle. He'll fumble the football. Back beyond midfield. He'll have to fall under about the 46-yard line. And that'll be a loss of 15.
Cahokia is much too good to put the ball on the ground. That's twice. Mount Vernon very fortunate to recover.
5:44 remaining here in the first. It's 3rd and 17 for the Rams. And I think if you listen to our pregame interview with Dan, this was going to be one of his nightmares because you heard his keys, and it was don't do things like this.
Yep. And that's how Mount Vernon played very clean last week.
All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank. Rams out of the gun. Split left and right your targets. They're loaded up right side with that wing back. And now on the run, C.J. Hughes-Disrow, and the screen pass was intended for Staples.
But
and
there's a lineman there with his hands on it. He wasn't supposed to be there.
Appreciate the passion of Mr. Burns to try not to let it fall incomplete.
I don't think he's
that's
eligible.
not the guy.
He's not eligible to catch that.
Buddy, you're not the dude on that one. No. You're just a guy on that play, and that's okay. Open holes and make running room, which he has done this season, and trying to help save the play. Unfortunately, it'll be an incomplete pass for the Rams. 4th and long. Hope that doesn't come across as ripping on the young man. I understand what he was trying to do.
Nesbitt was right there, too,
yes.
and that was set up pretty well.
There we go. So the Rams will punt. Griever set up. The Cahokia return man at the opposing 20. Yeah, it's going to be a spiral. Just won't be very deep, and it'll take a Ram bounce and roll a little bit.
Let's say about the 32, maybe 33. Yeah.
Where the Comanches will have it, 1st and 10.
Oh.
Well, your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. Breakfast all day, crispy fried chicken daily, fish Friday, Saturday steaks and crawfish, and home-style Sunday dinners. Open 7 days a week, 6 to 8. Mount Vernon Outland Airport or the OG in Bonnie. 1st and 10 for the Comanches. Ball on their own 39-yard line. Far hash the spot. It's 8-0 Comanches. 5:13 to play, first quarter out of the gun. Twins right, 1 left for Cahokia. And Gooden's going to fumble the snap. Rams trying to get in there, and it's a great recovery. Titan Whitfield not in time as fast as he was. Gooden's able to recover on the 36 for a loss of 3. Nobody can hang on to the football tonight.
This is uncharacteristically sloppy Cahokia right now.
Well, your local source for plumbing wholesale supplies, plus a full bath and kitchen design center to bring your dream space to life. It's Mount Vernon Wind Supply, serving Southern Illinois with quality products, expert advice, and friendly service. We appreciate them aboard the broadcast. Pistol set here for the Comanches. 2 right, 1 left, your receivers. And Henderson, he's going to get the handoff in the backfield. Leans forward, gets past the 40 to the 41. Gain of 5 on the 2nd and 13 equals 3rd and 8. And he's in the positive yardage now unofficially. So it'll be 3rd and 8 now for the Hoke. 8-0 Comanche lead, 4:15 to play here in the first. Not sure with their new high school if they're going to rename it Cahokia Heights or not. Of course, that new high school is supposed to be absolutely beautiful once it's built.
Will they be there next year?
I would have to look that up. My only expertise is knowing the 3 communities that combine to make Cahokia Heights. Out of the gun here. Donald on the turnaround. Nope, that's good. And he'll look for the throw deep downfield. That's going to be overthrown. And Crowder was in the neighborhood wanting offensive pass interference, but he will be happy with the incomplete pass. What a great play by Josh Crowder defensively.
And more importantly, Mount Vernon gets off the field on 3rd down. They've really stymied this Cahokia offense. It's the difference in the game was the opening kickoff, turnover, return for a touchdown.
Appreciate Cahokia. Their menu has a variety of flavorful options, from a traditional ribeye to sizzling fajitas. Have an unforgettable experience at Cahokia, 3106 Broadway here in the King City. 4th and 8 now for the Comanches. 3:49 remaining, first quarter, still an 8-0 Cahokia lead. As they look to punt on 4th and 8. Nigel Griffin is back to punt here for Cahokia. Unofficially. On 4th and 8, clock rolling, 3:49 left. Low snap, no problem. Tough punt. And the Rams will let it go. Pushing and shoving around the football, and everybody's wise to just move away, and it'll be down to the 31-yard line where the Rams will have it 1st and 10. Another change of possession here. We'll see if the Rams can do something with the football. Still plenty of time to be had. Of course, scoreboard updates tonight furnished by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent. Looks like you have a purpose there.
Well,
the officials.
I feel like we got a pretty good crew that can handle 2 pretty good 5A teams. Aaron Wright, everybody knows him from the basketball side. He's the referee. He's joined by Mark Goddard, Mark French, Brad Wilson from Benton, and then a young guy on this rising on the scene, Josh Heap from DeCoin.
There we go. Those are your officials for tonight's contest. Last week I thought we had a good crew as well. They were kind of a patchwork crew, guys that really never worked together.
That's a lot of that going on. It's a major issue right now at the high school level.
Jimmy Cowson did a great job leading that crew last week. 1st and 10 now for the Rams as they take over on the 31. 3:38 left. And the handoff going to go to Staples. He'll bounce between the tackles and get through down to the 39-yard line. Yep, 39. They'll give a gain of 8 to Jay Sean here, and Jay a big run there.
It's just like these really good officiating crews just know how to let them play just enough and then when to reel them back in.
Absolutely. Appreciate the support of Michael Croshan and Edward Jones, the one you can trust with your investment. Serving Mount Vernon for almost 2 decades. Michael Croshan, the one to help you invest with Edward Jones. 2nd and 2 here. Ball on the 39. 3:07 to play. We're in the first. 8-0 Comanches. Out of the gun. 2 backs flanking the quarterback here. Rudolph and Staples. 2 to the right side. Now Rudolph in motion to go to the right. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Off-tackle run for a first down. Gain of 3 or so for C.J. Hughes. Didsboro the second. First down, Rams.
Second first down on the night for Mount Vernon. And believe it or not, Cahokia yet to record an offensive first down.
That's the shocker tonight, I think, if we're all things considered here. So 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball on the 42-yard line between the hashes. 2:44 to play. It's 8-0. Comanches on top thanks to that fumble recovery on the kickoff return. They marched it in for 6 from about 30 yards out. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. Great to be with you on 94.1 WMIX and the free Section 618 app as we'll have a gun play here and out of the shotgun. The Rams are going to look for Staples. Shakes a tackle. Can't escape the 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Forward progress, I think, took him about the 40-yard line, which will be just a loss of 3. Could have been much worse.
With Cahokia looks to be stacking about everybody in the box, at least 9. See if Mount Vernon can maybe get Nesbitt on a slant.
2nd and 13 here. 2:08 left here in this first quarter as we're close to the second now. We'll have your Huey Funeral Home halftime show coming up at the break. Go over those Bonnie Cafe halftime stats. 1:53 left, 2nd and 13 for the Rams. Ball on the 40-yard line between the hashes. There's the snap out of the gun. C.J. Hughes Disrow on the keeper will get to about the 41, gain of 1.
Cahokia selling out on the run right now. They just do not. They're daring Mount Vernon to put the ball in the air.
High school projected to be done June of 2026. Cahokia, Unit District 187. Our resident spotter back at home came up with that for us. I think spot 55.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, that was a real
it came
real
up
issue.
It came up today.
Tell you
3rd and 12 here.
We had all kinds of confusion.
Ball on the 41. 1:05 remaining here. 8-0 Comanches on top. Out of the gun here. Fake handoff out of play action. Rolling to the right side. Looking downfield. Oh, what a catch there by Nesbitt.
At the sticks.
Right there for the first down, and that'll be a gain of 13 on the catch. You know, let's go, Joe. That's what a play's a. 52.5 seconds remain here in the first quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams, and they are moving the chains tonight. Again, something the Comanches have not done, though the Comanches lead at 8-zip.
That's the 4th first down for Mount Vernon. They are going to have to throw the ball somewhat, and they can a little bit.
So 1st and 10 here, 37 seconds left on the game clock. 8-zip score, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, single back to the right, 2 targets, masked left, Nesbitt right. Wing back to the right side as well. Out of the gun tee offense here for the Rams. Back to pass Disrow, and guess what? Wisely throws it away, nothing developing. Very smartly throws it across that sideline out of bounds, 2nd and 10.
You stole my words there. He avoided the intentional grounding penalty and a major loss on a sack.
I believe aside from finding a receiver to throw to and completing the pass, did everything right.
Yeah.
Everything right.
I mean, Cahokia was in that backfield just instantly. He had nowhere to go.
15.6 ticks remain here on this first quarter clock. 8-0 Comanches on top. 2nd and 10 now for the Rams. They'll send 3 left side here out of the gun. Empty backfield for CJ. Hughes Disrow is our back.
It's going to have to quick route here.
Mast, Nesbitt, Staples, your receivers, left to right here on this left side. Not trips, but close. And spin around handoff on a sweep play here in the backfield. And there's going to be a flag in the backfield as Ryder Rhodes got the carry on what looked to be maybe a jet sweep, and it's going to be a loss, but we'll see what this penalty is. I love the idea. I could see that somebody different was at wing back there on that right side. I couldn't see the second number to see that it was Ryder, but it's going to come back. Nope, that's just where they're spotting it on the loss. On what would be a loss of about 4 right now. 3.
It's against Mount Vernon. They're asking Cahokia if they want. They may decline it. It looks like they will.
They will decline, so a loss of 3. Oh, now maybe a timeout. I know up here in the booth they were clamoring for a timeout. The offensive coaches.
Might be an injury.
Could be that too.
I've seen a guy, Cahokia Comanche, down on the ground.
Still 10 to him with 9.9 seconds remaining. It's going to be 3rd and 13 here. Ball on the the Cahokia 49-yard line.
4 down territory most likely. Don't have to get it all here. 7-8 yards would be fine.
All the action tonight courtesy of People's National Bank. PeoplesNationalBank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Out of the gun. Single back, 1 right, 1 left. Masked on the left side for the Rams. And the snap, and I think CJ thought that the play was dead, and he will fall.
No, it was not dead.
He heard the siren and I think thought that maybe the play was dead before it started, and it's going to be a loss for the Rams as they'll start the second quarter with the football at about the 42-yard line, so it'll end up as a loss of 8. We'll take a break. It's 8-0 Comanches after 1. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
Looking for convenient banking with a local touch? Welcome to People's National Bank. With their easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, they're here to make your banking entire experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans and more, they're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. In Mount Vernon, delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe, inside the Mount Vernon Airport, or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
Follow us on social media at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams football.
94.1 WMIX in the free Section 618.com app tonight as we head to the second quarter. The Cahokia Comanches lead this thing 8-0 as the Rams have 4th and forever here, 4th and 22. Again, as time expired in the first quarter, I think Ram quarterback C.J. Hughes-Disrow thought that the play was dead, heard the siren from the end of first quarter horn, and just stopped and ended up falling with the football for a significant loss.
And the disappointing thing, Mount Vernon's outplayed Cahokia, held up to, I got a -6 yards of offense the first quarter. There's no way they should be behind.
It was all just a stroke of bad luck there on the opening kickoff. As this one will bounce, picked up by the Comanches at the 20 off of the hop, and between the circles, what a bounce there by Donald Collier. Got to get him there. He bounced off of 2 Rams, ends up past the 30 down to the 36. I believe Exodus Thomas finally brings him down, and that'll be 1st and 10 for the Comanches as we'll look for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score.
Got a couple scores. Centralia 21-7 over Marion. It looks like Nashville and Benton are tied at 7. Johnson City all over Fairfield 16-0.
It's a big game tonight in the Diamond.
East St. Louis, that's another, they're leading Edwardsville 6-0. Looks like Benton 14-7 over Nashville now.
11:49 to play here in the first half. 8-0 Comanches with the football, 1st and 10 from the Comanche 35-yard line. Quarterback Nigel Gooden out of the pistol here. Going to hand off. Nope, fake handoff. Got me to bite. He's running to the right side. And right now looking at a loss, and he will lose the football out of bounds. And I think maybe lost the football at about the 35.
That'd be no gain.
Yes, sir.
And that was Jay-Sean Staples on the pursuit.
It was. And so still negative running yards for Nigel Gooden unofficially.
And he's 0 for 2 passing. And Cahokia is still in the negative yardage for the game. And they come in averaging just a shade under 40 points a game.
So it'll be 2nd and 11 here as they will go ahead and give him a loss of 1 as they move it back to the 34. With 11:40 to play here in the first quarter, looking for an S-side tile and carpet supply touchdown under the Comanches. Special teams has been their game so far. And now a running handoff will be stretched to the left side, an off-tackle run. I believe that might have been to the 40-42. I didn't see the ball carrier. It looked like that superb freshman Ernest Winters got the carry. That'll be a gain of 9, maybe 10, but it won't be a first down yet. 3rd and short.
I believe that's his fifth or sixth carry from scrimmage on offense, and he's scored 3 times.
They go ahead and call it 10. It'll be 3rd and 1 with 11 minutes to play here in the first half. 8-0 Comanches. See if the Rams get another stop here, and I believe we're going to get a Comanche timeout. It's sponsored by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, advanced care close to home in the King City. Chris Hugo with Hank Evans alongside the Mount Vernon Rams and Cahokia Comanches, with the Cahokia leading by 8. 8-0, 11:05 left in this first half.
It's definitely the Mount Vernon defense has improved greatly from week 1 and 2, where they really struggled. In fact, they should be leading this game. There's no other way around it.
Unfortunately, they do not. And I think when you look at a lot of the what-ifs this season, you look at especially the Collinsville game, which many think is a game the Rams should have won as well. And
I'm afraid when it comes to the playoff race, that may be a game that just flips it the other way. It's one they should have had.
Bank with confidence at People's National Bank. They have a range of services and dedicated support. They make the switch easy. Explore those services. Find out how they can support your financial journey at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, the official voice of the Rams here on WMIX. About a minute into this second quarter, 8-0 score. Comanches on top. They'll come out of the timeout huddle with the ball on the 39-yard line in Comanche territory. We'll see what the Rams execute here, as the Comanches will bunch up and send a receiver left. That receiver looks to be, can't get a good look at the number, but quarterback will be under center. And look at that goal line stance. They're going to continue to push him forward. Everybody loving that brotherly shove, as they call it in Philly. Across midfield down to the opposing 44-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 6.
It's the first down of the game for the Comanches, unbelievably.
Am I crazy, or at one time was that illegal in high school?
You're asking the wrong guy, but it's getting talked about quite a bit in the NFL.
Well, I mean, it's okay if you call me crazy, but I'm more concerned about the rule, and I know I'm just being dry right now. So anyhow, we're back to the action. It's 1st and 10, 10:43 left. Out of the pistol here. Handoff going to be Ernest Winters to the right side again. Off tackle run. And I think he's pretty well close to the first down, maybe 9.5 there on the right side run. It is 9. Winters, 2 carries, about 19 yards so far. Those scoreboard updates you keep hearing, furnished by Tony Wilt, your good neighbor State Farm agent. Find him around town or in that famous red State Farm Jeep today. As it'll be 2nd and short here for Cahokia. Ball on the Mount Vernon 37-yard line. They'll walk off and go take a look at things on their own sideline. I don't see any injuries. The timeout is why. SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital timeout here. With over 100 local providers, SSM Health is leading the way in advanced health care.
It looks like it's a race to 50 up in Centralia. 21-14 now. Centralia leads Marion. And Bree Central all over Salem, 20-0.
10 left to play here in the first half. 2nd and 1 for the Comanches. Ball on the 37-yard line, far hash. They'll run out of the pistol here, and it's going to be Henderson on the handoff, no problem. First down yardage and then some, as he'll slip past the 30 down to the 29 for a gain of 8.
And I gave a mistake, staking the wrong score. Nashville leads Benton 21-7, believe it or not.
Okay. Thought I read it that way, too. Maybe not.
21-7 Nashville.
Of course, Centralia leads Marion 21-14 as Callahan Roper drops another pass into a bucket, this time to Sam Atkins for 24 out. Here's the 1st and 10 scenario here. Another handoff to Malachi Henderson. And he'll run along that hash past the 25 down to about the 24, gain of 5 on the ground on the carry. Looking for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter. Here in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth, OCSI offers patients comprehensive state-of-the-art treatments for various conditions, including those of the bones, joints, nerves, muscles, ligaments, and tendons. So we have 2nd and 5 here. Ball on the 24-yard line. High snap, no problem for the backup QB, as they'll switch QBs every so often. And Henderson will get the carry inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. Gain of 7. From the 24 to the 17. Bernard Chapman, their other quarterback. Where's number 6? And I know sometimes they've done that, and they've used good in other places. Fake handoff, then goes right back to the ball carrier Henderson as he'll go right. Bounced off the edge and got inside 15 down to the 11. Gain of 4. Actually 6, so they're at the 17. So Henderson just chunking up yardage right now as we'll drop below the 8-minute mark here for 2nd and 4. Ball is on the Mount Vernon 11-yard line, and now this Cahokia offense rolling a little bit. We'll see if they can toss in a touchdown. Rams would certainly like to avoid that as it's 8-0 Cahokia, 8 minutes to play. They'll go Holman and Powell here on the left side.
Cahokia doesn't get in a big hurry, do they?
Nope.
Which kind of surprises me.
Rose is on the right side, and none of that matters. It's going to be a handoff to Gooden. Nigel Gooden on the carry. Nope, that's Collier. Collier on the carry. He'll get to the 5. 6-yard gain. Should be a first down. My apologies to Mr. Collier. Of course, if you're watching online, you can thank Mount Vernon and All-State agent Paul Shields. Call Paul for a free quote, 618-241-0551. Auto, home, business, life, renters, even your boat or ATV. Paul has or will get you covered.
And that's a Collier. He averages 15 yards a rush, believe it or not, and 26 yards of reception. So definitely a key weapon for the Comanches.
It certainly is, as we'll have 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Out of the pistol, and it'll be a quarterback keeper here for Bernard Chapman, and he'll be drugged for a loss by Davius Barnes. Looks like they're only going to give him an actual loss of 1 to the 6. All right, then. Well, your Mount Vernon Culver's star of the game in our post-game show. Try a juicy butterburger, maybe cheese curds as a side, or those crinkle-cut fries at your Mount Vernon Culver's. Veterans and 42nd Street in Mount Vernon. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line for the Comanches. Out of the pistol with Chapman as your quarterback. Henderson will be your feature back here, and it's going to be a fumbled handoff, and there's trouble for the Comanches. The Rams can't quite get there, but it will be a loss for Chapman between the hashes at about the 12-yard line to bring up 3rd and goal from the 12.
I got a feeling that might be about all of Chapman we see for a minute as Nigel Gooden has come back in the game.
He lost his jersey number on that one. He lost 6 yards.
Lost a spot on the field, too.
Kendall Mast is this week's Josh Finley Country Financial Ram of the Week. Lady Rams volleyball. She had 9 kills in a win against Cahokia a couple of weeks ago. Congratulations, Kendall. Josh Finley, your Country Financial agent in Mount Vernon, 618-242-4024. 5:45 left. We're in the 2nd quarter. 3rd and goal from the 12-yard line. Nigel Gooden back to pass. Looking for, deviated from the flag, went post route, and on the slant, can't come up with a pass in the end zone. It'll be 4th and 12 as it falls incomplete.
Yeah, he just it wasn't a good throw. He threw it behind his intended receiver. And I suspect Cahokia is probably going to go here. I don't know.
And they have not completed a pass tonight.
I mean, Mount Vernon's really played well defensively. They've executed that side of the game plan to a T.
5:38 left here in the 2nd. It's 4th and goal from the 12-yard line, and the Comanches have Gooden at quarterback. The back is Henderson. Powell and Holman to the left side. I believe Rose to the right. Out of the gun here. Trips left in motion, Powell. Cuts up that left. Looked like he slipped, and it's going to be a pass complete in the backfield to the 10, and that's going to be a turnover on downs as Powell got inside the 10 at the 9. Just a 3-yard gain on the first completion of the night. And a turnover on downs here. We'll give it to the Rams, and we're going to have a late flag. Shoot. I have a bad feeling it's one of those, they saw the retaliation and maybe not the original infringement. No, they saw whatever against the Comanches.
It'll be offsetting.
Yep. Great.
Probably replay the down, don't they?
That would be my guess.
Post-possession.
They do say post-possession at least. We'll find out. Might be the easy way, might be the hard way. All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams here on WMIX. We appreciate them for everything. If you're looking for a bank that truly cares, PNB offers exceptional customer service and innovative solutions. Discover more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It'll be the Mount Vernon offense coming off the field, so it's post-possession.
All right, turnover on downs here. 5:32 left first half. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball on their own 9-yard line. They'll run this gun tee offense with Staples to the left of the quarterback, Hughes Disrow. 5:32 mark, 1st and 10. And it's going to be a handoff, looking to find some room. And maybe to the 10-11 will be Staples coming left to right. They're going to give him 2, as standing at the 11 is the official. Okay, 2nd and 8. Ooh, baby. So now the Rams want a timeout, presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital. Oh, shoot.
East St. Louis stretched out to 13-0 over Edwardsville. And here's one you've been waiting on. Dupo 19, Red Bud 11.
Interesting. The Cahokia, Illinois?
Yeah, there's a lot of Cahokia conference teams now.
Cahokia River.
About 20. Mascoutah, this is a big game. Mascoutah leading Triad 6-0.
It is.
And Fairfield getting back in the game 16-14 now.
Final time those two teams will meet as members of the Mississippi Valley Triad and Mascoutah. They'll be members of the Southwestern Conference in the future.
There's a lot going on. Collinsville leads Althoff 7-6.
Interesting. 5:14 left here in the SSM Health Good Samaritan Hospital timeout. Stamped with the gold seal of approval for quality. Choose SSM Health for your care.
Credit to my buddy Gooter for that Red Bud.
Helping us big time.
Update.
Helping us big time with the Tony Wild State Farm scoreboard updates here, as we'll have 2nd and 8 for the Rams.
And Mount Vernon Week 9 opponent Tolono Unity leading Prairie Central 20-0. As they'll look to improve to 5-1.
Is that the Illini Prairie Conference?
Yes, and it's a very strong. I know it's 3A, but
strong.
It's a good football conference.
2nd and 8 rather for the Rams from the 9. 5:14 left here in this first half. 2 backs in the backfield out of the gun here, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper and shy of the 15 to the 14. Gain of 3 here for C.J. Hughes Disrow, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5. We'll drop below the 5-minute mark here. Look for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth, Ken Hunt Stadium. Homecoming night at Mount Vernon Township High School. The homecoming game, I should say. Homecoming's tomorrow night. Anything's possible there. As we'll have 3rd and 5. Double backs here for out of the gun. It's going to be a handoff to Rudolph, and he's going to dart back up this near side. There's a flag. He'll escape. 25-30, 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, 35. Pushed ahead out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. There is a flag in the backfield. They'll say he's out at the 29, 28. That's about a 48-yard run for Rudolph. Let's see what the penalty gives us. I believe 48. And the holding penalty against the Rams will bring this run back. Well,
Mount Vernon just continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And they're playing so darn good on defense. It's unfortunate.
4:29 remains. We're in the first half here from the second quarter of this Mount Vernon Rams South 7 Conference football game against Cahokia. 3rd and 6, 8-0 Comanche lead. 4:29 to play. We are in quarter number 2. I thought Cahokia, I don't know. Scoreboard could be wrong. Just checking this timeouts there on the scoreboard. I think Cahokia has 1, Rams have 2.
Centralia 27-14 as defense looks to be optional.
2 offensive powers tonight. That scoreboard update furnished by Tony Wilcher, State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. 4:29 left. As it'll be 3rd and 10 as that comes all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. Ball is on the 9 as he'll take a two-step drop, looking downfield, and Hughes Disrow going to have to run for it. Does. Breaks two defenders in the backfield, now looking to stretch the field. Gets first down yardage and more. There's a flag.
That'll be against Mount Vernon. It looks like a clipping, maybe blocking the back.
He got to the 22, maybe the 23, 24, 25, and it's not going to matter because that's a penalty against the Rams, it would appear as of now. It was a first down run for C.J. Hughes Disrow, and that'll be back-to-back first down runs potentially brought back because of mental mistakes on penalties. So the holding penalty will be walked off from the spot and take them to about the 13. So this time it'll be 3rd and 6. 4:18 left, 8-0 Cahokia. We're in the second quarter from the King City. .418 to play in the second quarter, 8-0 score. Out of the gun, single back. The back is to the right. Nesbitt and Master are the receivers right, with Nesbitt in the slot. Looking downfield, nice pass caught by Nesbitt. First down, maybe more. Oh, he'll fumble the football at the 30. Cahokia fighting for it, picking it up, and a Ram turnover will give Cahokia a first down at the 37-yard line. And about a 25-yard pass completion will end up as a fumble.
I don't have nothing to say. I mean, it's just Mount Vernon's outplaying Cahokia, and they just continually shoot themselves in the foot.
Oh, goodness. A lot to be excited about. The Rams got the first down on the third try, and, well, they were 3 of 3 on third down conversions just on that drive alone, just on that series of downs.
Holding, fumble. Not going to beat a good team.
So 4:09 left here in the second quarter. Comanches with the football. 8-zip is their lead. Under center here, single back, Twins on each side. Rolling now, good looking downfield over the middle, and that one is going to be bobbled but not caught. That target, I believe, was Hartles, and that'll be incomplete. Or Holman, rather. Heartless Holman.
It's the leading receiver for the Comanches.
About 4 to play here in the second quarter, and it's 2nd and 10 now, Cahokia. Clock stops, 4:02. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. Jeff Crow with us in the Ortho Center broadcast booth. Shauna Pugh back at the Mount Vernon studio tonight. 2nd and 10 now. 37-yard line is the spot. There was a flag, too. What's this flag? Whose flag? What flag? And it's going to be against the Rams. Can't imagine. The way he's walking, I'm assuming. I never saw the mechanic. Nope, it's against the Comanches. My apologies. My apologies. I am wrong from time to time. Be a hold against the Comanches, and it'll go back near midfield at about the 47 between the hashes, still on the Mount Vernon side. So the Comanches still have it at Mount Vernon territory, 2nd and long, as they will have to get down to the 27. So it'll be 3rd and 20 here for Cahokia unofficially with 4:02 left. Or 2nd and 20, pardon me. And they have a man in motion. And that's going to be a false start on the Comanches. Looks like Winters is in motion. I don't think he drew the penalty necessarily. There were a couple of flinches, and it'll be against Cahokia. That'll come back 5. It'll be 2nd and 25.
The game's gotten rather sloppy.
So 4:01 left here in the second. 2nd and 25 is back on Cahokia territory now, or in Cahokia territory at their own 48. Between the hashes here, Twins each side. That means 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Henderson, your back for Gooden, the quarterback. Winters in motion. Play action here, and that's going to be a slant play, and that's corralled. Collier, no problem. Between the tackles, between the hashes, and Crowder will finally bring him down at the 23-yard line, and that is going to be a gain of 29. Gooden to Collier. First down. 3:50 left here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 Comanches. Ball on the Mount Vernon 22-yard line. It's a far hash spot. They'll run the pistol here. Twins on each side. And now, screen pass in the backfield. No problem for Powell, and he will get inside the 20 down to about the 17, 16-yard line. Gain of 6. Holman, pardon me. Singular number there. Just the number 4, not the number 14.
receivers are all wearing single numbers now, it seems like.
3:05. We'll drop below the 3-minute mark here on 2nd and 4. Ball is on the Mount Vernon 16 as Cahokia threatening yet again. Looks like the same pistol formation with 2 on each side, just slightly tweaked personnel. Tariq Haynes is in the right slot now for the Comanches. There's a snap out of the gun, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Gooden will be taken out shy of the 15, but looks like he was able to dive forward to the 14. Gain of 2, it'll bring up 3rd and 2. So on 3rd and 2 here, the Rams could use a big tackle for loss. With 2:25 to play here in the second quarter, presented by People's National Bank, we're having your Huey Funeral Home halftime coming up. We'll get a good look at your Bonnie Cafe halftime stats. Pistol here. Receiver left is Haynes. Gooden will hand off to Ernest Winters, and he'll break to the right side. Look at that far corner of the end zone, inside the 5. He's across the plane. He's into the end zone for a 14-yard touchdown. Touchdown Comanches.
He'll be hearing that name quite a bit the next couple years. Only a freshman, 6'2", 190 pounds.
14-yard run for Ernest Winters here with 2:01 to play. Now Centralia with a 34-14 lead over Marion. Oh, boy. So going for 2 here, up 14-zip. Not much of a kicking game ever in the Hoke. Of course, out of the pistol with Henderson at the back. Gooden will hand off. Henderson right in there, no problem. That'll be his 3rd and 4th fantasy points of the night as he has two PCs.
This shouldn't be 16-0. That's the most disappointing thing. Mount Vernon's actually played really well defensively. They've slowed this team down, and they just can't get out of their own way on offense.
Just keep shooting themselves in the proverbial feet, or proverbially shooting themselves in the foot. 1st and 10, hopefully, for the Rams, so they can come away with a kickoff return here.
They really need to get something positive going into half, and Cahokia will get the football to start the second half as they deferred to start the game. So this is a big offensive possession for the Rams.
You can always tell when I want to beat my head against the wall because I start using the scoreboard as a teleprompter, which is why I said 1st and 10 a moment ago, just so you can know my idiosyncrasies. I was just trying to be cute and cover it up. But,
Mount Vernon should be winning this game.
Yeah. Obviously, I do bleed some orange and black, no matter how impartial I try to be on the broadcast.
2 and 3 coming into this game. You got to get to 5. After tonight, every game will be winnable.
Oh, as we await the Comanche kickoff, 2:01 left. We're in the second. 16-zip Comanches, if you just tuned in. The original score, 11:49 mark of the first quarter. Antonio Morris picked up a fumble recovery, ran it into the end zone from about 30 out on the Rams' fumbled kickoff try. Another SI Tile Carpet Supply touchdown. Just happens to be our Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the second. It's the 2:01 remaining mark. Lob kick here. It'll be no problem. Fair caught by Mast. He was at the 22. You knew he's the hands guy here. He's just going to make sure it's okay, and he's not going to take any chances.
He was playing center field there, and he's...
Well, I saw some Rams fans kind of like, what are you doing? But you know what? I'd rather have that than him just catch about a 78-yard touchdown pass or wherever it is, because he can do it. All the action presented by People's National Bank tonight. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside 94.1 WMIX, the free Section 618.com mobile app, and, of course, free on the WMIX Sports YouTube as well, as we will send or see Rudolph back out there. Single back set here for Jay Sean Staples, and left receiver Nesbitt, right receiver Mast, and let's see if they go one-on-one here or drop back. There's a snap out of the gun. It's going to be a carry by Jay Sean. He'll bounce this near side, looking for some running room. There's a hole. He's at the 30, 35. Blocked by Mast will help. 40, 45, steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line. 24-yard gain for Jay. So Staples comes up with a big run there. Gain of 24 yards, and that'll be a Mount Vernon first down. Mount Vernon first down. they'll take it, won't they?
And nice to see Staples get going. 6 carries, 43 yards. And no flag on the no holding.
What a miracle. 1st and 10 Rams, ball on the 45-yard line in their own territory, near hash the spot. They'll empty out the backfield, twins each side here for the quarterback, C.J. Hughes-Disrow. 2-step drop, finds some running room, going to bounce to the outside. Can he get there? He'll get to midfield. Ooh, would-be tackle will finally bring him down with the momentum of it across the 45, down to the 43. Gain of 12 on the ground for C.J.H.D. So it'll be another 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon here, trailing 16-0 with 1:41 remaining in this second quarter. 1st and 10. Ball will be on the Cahokia 42.
And 2 timeouts left for the Rams. Plenty of time.
Mast and Nesbitt will move to the right here. Jay-Sean Staples in the backfield, flanking the quarterback Hughes-Disrow. They'll try to bounce him inside. They will. He'll hang on to the football at the 40. Gets to the 39. So a gain of 3 for Jay-Sean with 1:17 left. And he will get a Ram timeout here. This timeout presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, I believe. Advanced care close to home here in the King City. Yeah, it is. I see the water on the field. WMIX-FM, Mount Vernon, all of Southern Illinois. A free service from Withers Broadcasting as we get close to the top of the 8 o'clock hour here in the Central Time Zone. We're getting dangerously close to the Huey Funeral Home halftime show. Right now, 16-love. Cahokia on top as the Comanches use some Mount Vernon misfortune to get themselves into the end zone.
Yep, Mount Vernon's probably outplayed Cahokia, but they've just shot themselves in the foot. But, however, have a chance here to score at the end of the half would certainly make the game more interesting. And see if he can get Mass going. He's been shut down, and he's really become a big part of the offense since about week 2.
2nd and 7 now, 1:16 left. Second quarter after a 3-yard gain by Jay-Sean Staples. The Rams will come out of the SSM Health Good Samaritan Hospital timeout and see what kind of second down magic they can work. 76 seconds left here in the first half, 16-0 lead. Split left and right, your targets here for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Mast left, Nesbitt right, Staples in the backfield. Wing back is Rudolph on the reverse, and they fumble. Let's see who gets it. Comanches seem to indicate that they have it. So the Rams will turn it over after a no gain by Rudolph. They about out of bullets. You know, Barney Fife actually was never given bullets for fear he would shoot himself in the foot. And that's the reference here, is that the Rams just continue to make mistakes that are costing them and haunting them here.
Otis just always put himself in jail, and that's kind of what Mount Vernon's done by continuously putting the ball on the ground.
Well, turnover here. Minute 10 left in the second. Cahokia is certainly capable of getting up and down the field, though they have not showcased that ability yet tonight. Out of the gun here for Gooden. Hutchison in the backfield, looking downfield, rolling to the right side. There's your heave, and that will be complete on the right side, losing the defender, and this is trouble. Rose will race down that right sideline, cuts back inside the hash and into the end zone. 60-yard touchdown for the Comanches. I believe that was to number 9, Cortez Rose. And just like that, the Cahokia Comanches take a commanding lead on the SI Talent Carpet Supply touchdown.
Just can't give them that many opportunities.
I'll make sure I had the right guy there.
Yes.
Rose?
Yep, number 9.
Well, if points off of turnovers was a Cahokia key to the game, they've certainly accomplished that tonight.
Yeah, all of them.
What we got next week? Planet Granite?
Granite City's won one game the last 6 years for those who are counting, and I don't think next week will be another win for them.
Rams would certainly be the favorite. Play action here. Gooden going to try to get it in himself and stretches and doesn't get there. The old Mike Jones, I believe it was. Outstretched and tackled. Or actually, it was Kevin Dyson brought down by Mike Jones, and that was kind of what developed there.
1999, actually the 2000.
Yep. 22-zip, Comanches.
Centralia 34-20, as they're just both those teams are just going up and down.
57 and 8/10 of a second remain. We're in the second quarter from Ken Hunt Stadium. 94.1 WMIX. You're watching live on the WMIX Sports YouTube. I'm Hugo. He's Hank. And right now, the Comanches set to kick off after another S-Side Talent Carbon Supply touchdown off of a turnover. If you're a bakery and want to sponsor some turnovers, we're the people to call. 618-242-3500. Call or text.
The old salesman in you.
Don't have to be a bakery.
It's just disappointing. Mount Vernon's played so well defensively up until about a minute ago. There's no way they should be down 22-0.
Not at all. As we await kickoff. Less than a minute to play here in the half, and the Rams will have Zay Nesbitt at the 15. Between the hashes, looking to come to the near side. 30, 35 now to the 40. Nice spin there to get to the 43-yard line. We'll see where the spot actually will be. I saw 43. This guy sees 43. The other guy needs to see 43. They do, and that's where the Rams will start 1st and 10. So 57 to go here. Yardage-wise, 50 seconds to go.
One timeout.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
We're going to give her a whirl. You got to score at some point.
Well, the Bonnie Cafe halftime stats could tell an interesting tale. We'll see what we weave the rest of this second quarter with about 50 seconds to play. 22-zip Cahokia on top. They'll split Zay Nesbitt to the right side. Nolan Mast will go yonder on the left. Rhodes, your wingback here on the right with Jay Sean Staples, the single back. Flanking, used his row to the left. Out of the gun on offense, 1st and 10 for the Rams. 43-yard line. CJ takes a step left. Good block in the backfield. Keeps him on his feet, tries to heave, and gets it out of bounds. It did not go past the line of scrimmage. Nobody was in the neighborhood. It is. Great effort, though. I mean, there's really not much more you can do on that. Except throw it behind you out of bounds. Not sure if that would even be legal, but. He was hit as he threw. So there's that. 42.2 left. It's going backward. We know that. Just waiting for A-Dub to give us the mechanic. And make it official. He's set. There it is. The diagonal slash.
Lost it down.
Yes, sir. 3rd and whatever now. Or 2nd and whatever. 3rd. 2nd? I'm watching the dial down over here. Look at Nancy. It'll be 2nd down because that was 1st down, wasn't it? Well, it'll be 2nd and Scheller here. 42.2 seconds left in the second quarter. The Rams have forever to go. Really that way, I guess I should say northern communities. 2nd in the old Idlewood.
There you go.
Unincorporated areas.
Kell.
42.2 seconds left. 2nd and 35 for the Rams after the penalty. Handoff, Jay Sean. Staples will roll right up middle. Not too rough shot as he gets to the 30 for a gain of 6.
I think Mount Vernon is probably just going to take this in to the half. Get out of here. No?
And the Hoke wants a timeout.
I don't blame him.
SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital timeout. Of course, SSM, Good Samaritan Hospital, Mount Vernon. Advanced health care close to home in the King City. See if they talk about the timeout huddle.
I think they're going to just see if Mount Vernon wants to run another play and put it on the ground. Do you think Mount Vernon will kneel on it here? Just get out of here?
I would. I'm not Dan. Dan's not me. So we'll see what happens. If there's one guy I've never questioned, it's Dan Mings.
I believe when he got here the second time, Mount Vernon had won like one game in 4 years. You know.
Buddy, I remember some of those times.
And you had to fill a lot of time, a lot of running clocks.
Buddy, I saw a brawl at a town, and I saw a kid do a DDT on another kid. I mean, I've seen things. I've witnessed. But right now, I mean, you're talking about a team that is competitive. You're talking about a team that is in games. And you're talking about a team that, more often than not, has led most games. They haven't tonight, obviously. Should. Haven't.
This game should probably be pretty close to tied right now.
Yes.
The 60-yard touchdown pass is going to skew the stats a little bit, but Mount Vernon's played well defensively.
So on 3rd and 24 from their own 29, the Rams will go for a play. Split left and right. Staples in the backfield with CJ. May just be doing a hard count here. They'll stick Nesbitt in motion left, make that right to left. Sweep maybe. He'll turn up field. And won't get much on it. So he'll get past the 30 to the 32. Gain of 3 for Zay. And the Hoke, I guess, did have one more timeout left. I was wrong on my screen, so I apologize. Presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital in Mount Vernon.
I think it's good coaching.
Yes.
Yeah, this is second-year coach, Darian Donald. He took the Comanches last year to the quarterfinals where they were knocked off by Normal University High. And I believe he's got a group to next couple years that can make a deep run in 4A.
They're going to be capable. And they are organized, and they are smart. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're in the South 7 next year,
I mean, they're all their
and you're
skill
struggling
guys.
and you have a tough schedule, this is not a team you want to see if you have a playoffs on the line.
Their skill guys are all juniors, and then probably the best one's a freshman.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know with the transfer portal and things can happen, but
I know we go to Cahokia next year. I don't recall the week now. It's changed a little bit. Because hate to call it an experiment, but the arranged schedule where Collinsville and Granite also play all South 7 teams will come to an end with the new Southwestern Conference. So we'll have a punt here. On 4th and 20 from the 33, 27 seconds left. It's 22-0 Cahokia. I've seen them run longer back. And it'll be chased down, and it'll actually take a hop out of bounds. For me, it looked like the 24.
That's a really good kick.
It's a good kick because you kept it away from Collier.
Yep.
Could have gone backwards, and as long as it would have stayed away from Collier, I think it would have been a moral victory.
I'm going to tell you right now, Cahokia is not going to kneel on this ball. They're going to line up 4 wide, probably 2 on each side.
Let's see if we get the quad diamond.
They're going to go throw her deep. And
We're going to get the quad diamond? Are we?
No.
We're not? No. They've run it before.
You're going to see 4 on one side, and they're going to go long.
Are we going? I think this is quad diamond.
Yeah.
Baby, we got it. Quad diamond left for the Comanches. 1st and 10 from their own 25, and waiting to use that all night. 19.9 seconds left. Out of the gun, the quarterback here. Looking downfield. Has options, and will short hop it. No, or incomplete, rather, with 16.1. All that for not out of the quad diamond. People think I'm crazy for calling it that. That's what it's called on Huddle. Some of the film I watched.
Well, you're going to see quad something here.
I don't even want to know. Could see dubs here. Got 2 sets of twins, 2nd and 10. Ball in the 25, 16.1 seconds remaining. Single back out of the gun here for Nigel Gooden. 75 yards to go, 16 seconds to do it. Looking downfield. Nope, going to be a heave to the left through the hands as it falls incomplete. Through the hands of Evan Powell. Another incomplete pass. We'll make it 3rd and 10.
Comanches will have the ball to start the second half.
They're going to need to drop one in a bucket here if they're going to score a touchdown.
Been a long second quarter, Christopher.
Indeed. Twins each side here out of the pistol for the Comanches with 11 seconds left, 3rd and 10. Let's run this football. Quarterback keeper for Nigel Gooden. Has a man to beat to get to the left. Nice cut, but he'll be brought down at about the 38-yard line for a gain of 12 rather. The clock will pause as the chains move, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to have to move quickly if they're going to get another playoff, and they will not. That'll take us to halftime here in the King City. After 2, the Cahokia Comanches 22, the Mount Vernon Rams 0. We'll come back with your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
You need insurance to help protect things that mean a lot to you. You need coverage that's affordable because we all have a budget. At Country Financial, we get it. For close to 100 years, we've offered insurance and financial services to help protect what's most important to you and to help prepare for your future. Best of all, I'm here to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. In other words, we've got your back. I'm Josh Finley, your local Country Financial representative. Call me at 618-242-4024.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
call
Culver's is the place for us.
Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese.
Hey, Mount Vernon. Let us serve you a handcrafted Wisconsin favorite. Every juicy butter burger with fresh, never frozen beef, scoop of creamy, fresh frozen custard, and real Wisconsin cheese curd is made with love and served with a smile. Welcome to Delicious.
It's our pleasure.
Hey everyone, it's Marty with Huey and Newell Funeral Homes. Life is deceptive in the course of living it. We get so wrapped up in our daily activities that we lose sight of what we're actually here for. A life well lived is one that doesn't rely on accomplishments or acquiring stuff, but instead focuses on relationships. Practicing kindness, empathy, and compassion are the things that last and will impact other people's lives for generations to come. We are Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, serving our community with the greatest of care now and many years to come.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Huey and Newell halftime show starts now.
Halftime show presented by Huey Funeral Home here in Mount Vernon. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside at the half, the Cahokia Comanches 22, the Mount Vernon Rams nothing. Of course, this halftime show presented by Huey Funeral Home. They offer a full selection of cemetery markers, full-size monuments, and mausoleums at reasonable prices. HueyFH.com for more info. Well, it's points off of turnovers have been the difference in this one. The Comanches 22, Mount Vernon nothing, and all the Comanche points have been off of the TO.
Keys to the game was Mount Vernon had to play a clean game. Cahokia is much too good to help them out, and Mount Vernon, the first opening kickoff, fumbled it, and they kept fumbling it, and which is really disappointing because they played awfully well defensively.
They did, and for the Rams, did everything they could, shot themselves in the foot, then ran out of feet to shoot, and shot themselves in the hand in that first half of football.
And then, unfortunately, your defense is basically on the field the whole second quarter because, they get off the field and Mount Vernon would run 2 or 3 plays and turn it over. And finally, there about 2 minutes left in the half, Cahokia was able to break that big play that we knew was coming, and it was a backbreaker. And, this 22-0 Cahokia lead, it should be much closer, if not tied.
Boy, it should. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. Our Bonnie Cafe halftime stats coming right up here on your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. 22-zip. It's all Cahokia through a half of football. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
It's your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt, and I have a message that I hope you take a second to listen to, and better yet, act on it. Everyone needs a will. This topic is not fun to discuss, but a will is so important to the people who are left behind. Trust me, I have learned this from personal experience. My office does not create this document for you, but we would be glad to meet with you and help you understand why you need it. This is not something only for the wealthy. This is for everyone. So please do some research. Stop by our office, and let's talk about it. Find me online at TonyWilt.com or call me at 242-1421.
Looking for a dependable pre-owned Toyota? Munkin Toyota of Mount Vernon has over 25 used Toyotas on the lot right now. Hi, this is sales manager Presley Marlowe. We've got a super rare Sienna and a sharp Venza, 9 Camrys, America's #1 selling car, plus 3 Highlanders and 5 RAV4s ready to roll. And that's just the start of our pre-owned selection. Don't miss your chance to save on quality used Toyotas, backed by service and care you can trust, and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Come see us at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Back to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX.
Back here on your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. It is Cahokia 22, Mount Vernon nothing on 94.1 WMIX and the free Section618.com app. As, let's see here, Huey Funeral Home in Mount Vernon offering peace, comfort, and healing for families in need now and many years to come. HueyFH.com or call 618-242-3348. I guess we need to take a look at the Bonnie Cafe scoring and stats.
All right, first for the Mount Vernon Rams as they trail at 22-0. They had 80 yards on the ground, 38 through the air, 118 total yards. They would have had several more, but 2 big runs called back due to penalties, holding penalties to be specific. Rushing stats, it was Ja'Shawn Staples, 8 rushes, 51 yards. Rudolph, a handful of carries for 6 yards. C.J. Hughes Disrow Jr., 7 carries, 23 yards. And Rhodes and Nesbitt both had short carries. Passing, it was C.J. Hughes Disrow Jr., 2 of 6 for 38 yards. That's all the Mount Vernon offense, as they were plagued by several turnovers. For Cahokia, they had 72 yards rushing, 98 through the air, 170 yards total offense, 60 of those coming on a late Gooden to Powell touchdown pass. Rushing, it was Donald Collier, 1 carry, 6 yards. Makai Henderson had 5 carries for 19. Nigel Gooden, 6 carries, 21 yards. And the freshman, number 15, Ernest Winters, 3 carries, 32 yards and a touchdown. And it was number 6, Chapman. Bernard Chapman had 2 carries, lost 6 yards. Mount Vernon did a pretty good job up until late on the Cahokia passing, as they were 4 of 10 passing, 98 yards. Again, 60 of it going to Cortez Rose on a long touchdown. And it was Collier, 1 catch for 19. Heartless Holman, 1 catch for 6 yards. And Powell had a catch for 3 yards. That is the Cahokia offense. Difference in the game, Mount Vernon, 3 turnovers, Cahokia 9. Every Cahokia point would be a point off turnover.
There we go. It has been, and I'm going to tell you right now. They were
frustrated.
Indeed. And they were wanting to introduce some of the Ram record holders here at halftime, I think before the homecoming honorees are announced. So get a little taste of history here, or get a taste of history on every plate at the OG Bonnie Cafe. Breakfast all day, ribeyes, crawfish, Sunday dinners. They've got it all. Every day, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Don't fight hunger. Embrace it with the historic Bonnie Cafe. All of that tells you that it's 22-0 Cahokia here at the half at Ken Hunt Stadium. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll recap fall sports this week here at Mount Vernon High School. Back after this. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a lost bee that found my way into your car. And now that I'm in here, good luck getting me out.
I think it's gone. Wait, no, it's in my hair.
And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, well, this could be quite a sticky situation. So get Allstate.
Contact your local Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today to see how you can save.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe in Mount Vernon. Delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe inside the Mount Vernon Airport or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
If you are looking for a new career, Walgreens Distribution Center in Mount Vernon is hiring. Walgreens offers an excellent benefits package, competitive pay, on-site health clinic, 401k, performance bonuses, shift differentials, full-time employment, and maintenance technician openings. Plus, they have walk-in Wednesdays every Wednesday from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. No appointment necessary. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. Walgreens promotes and supports a drug-free workplace.
Streaming worldwide on the Section 618 app. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports, presented by People's National Bank.
Back here in Mount Vernon at Ken Hunt Stadium on the campus of Mount Vernon Township High School. It is halftime on a Huey Funeral Home halftime show, and the Mount Vernon Rams trail the Cahokia Comanches 22-0 here at the half. With Hank Evans, I'm Chris Hugo. Let's take a look at your fall sports here going on in the King City. The Rams trail Cahokia tonight 22-0. The Rams varsity-wise are currently 2-3 on the season, hoping to get to 3-3. Looking at your fresh soft football this year, not enough really for a true JV and freshman splits. They've been playing a lot of sophomores at the freshman level. Looks like this week in JV, Mount Vernon beat Altop Monday 28-8. We haven't really recapped the underclass. Rams started their season losing to Waterloo 28-16. Lost, learn how to talk, Hugo. They lost to Carbondale 30-20. Went on a jamboree at Freeburg and beat Sparta 14-6. Chester 24-6 lost to Freeburg 14-8. Monday, September the 15th, they lost to Marion 34-14. Lost to Collinsville, I believe, 13-12 back on a Thursday night on the 18th, and they've been idle since Monday night this week. So that's a look at underclass football this year. Rams soccer now 6-7 on the year. They beat Harrisburg 7-1 on Saturday. Keaton Koch had 4 goals, Brody Phillips 2, Graydon Shively the other. And then on Monday, they beat Massac County, I believe, on the road. Keaton Koch, another 2 goals. Brody Phillips, another deuce. And Keegan Othout had a goal in that one as well. Tuesday, the Rams beat Marion for the first time in over 9 tries, 3-1. I don't have the goal scorers in that one. They came back last night. They lost to Carbondale 7-0. Next up for Rams soccer, they host Highland tomorrow. They're at Carterville Heron on Wednesday, and they host Centralia on Thursday. Volleyball now 6-13. Lady Rams lost in straight sets to Carbondale 17-10 on Tuesday at home. They went to Davenport Gym in Harrisburg, former conference foe. Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs, they lost 25-17, 18-25, 15-25. Next up for Lady Rams volleyball, they're out Mount Carmel Monday, and then they'll be on WMIX Wednesday and Thursday when they host Murphy and Marion, pardon me. And then I believe one of those will be senior night because they'll be out of home games at that point. Cross country, they went to the Springfield Invite last week. The girls finished 10th as a team at the Springfield Invitational. Junior Kennedy Bax finished just shy of 22 minutes and 40th. Junior Abby Russell had a time of 22:30.79. 2 spots behind her was sophomore Lily Raines with 22:43.01. Looks like Harris, I didn't get a first name there. My apologies to the Harris family, but she finished with a 65th place, 24 minutes, 10.61 seconds. Freshman Marlo McGatt finished shy of 28 minutes, 57.22. And then sophomore Lucy Croshan rounded out the Lady Rams with a time of 31 minutes, 24.71 seconds. The boys were runners-up at Springfield this past Saturday. They were just 8 points behind meet champion Taylorville. Senior Joel Hayes finished in the top 10 at 6th place with 16 minutes, 11.52 seconds. Senior Carson Workman also in the top 10 at 8th at 16 minutes, 12.58 seconds. Senior Trace Elliott finished in 10th as well, 16 minutes, 22.14 seconds. Jaden Jones, the junior, finished in 17th at 16:34.22. Liam Brandon, 28th place. That sophomore finished at 16 minutes, 59 seconds flat. Rowan Wilford, with a senior, finished at 39th, 17 minutes, 37.88 seconds. And then senior Eli Johnston, just missed the top 50, 53rd, 18 minutes, 2.36 seconds. Well, no big deal for the Mount Vernon Rams and Lady Rams cross-country teams tomorrow. They go to some place called Detweiler Park in Peoria for the Peoria Invitational, because that will not be tough or anything as they run the state course tomorrow. So good luck running Rams tomorrow in that tough invite at Peoria tomorrow. Boys golf, congratulations. They're regional champs. But before we get to that, they tied with Nashville at 165 on Monday at Governor's Run, with Westland coming in third at 170. Xander Ashby was the match medalist with a 37. Abel Nelson with a 42. Colton Crawford and Slade Emery both, looks like they both scored a 43. Gage Rainey wrote down a 47 on the scorecard, and I think Landon Tinsley a 44 in that one. Could be a typo in there on one of these scores. My apologies. Wednesday, that was the big money for the Rams golf team. They won that 2A regional at Hickory Ridge and Carbondale. Rams finished with a 316 as a team. That was 2 strokes better than perennial power Benton, and 4 ahead of sectional qualifier Carterville at 320. So the Rams knocked off Benton, and this is not
That's a big deal.
It is. It's not your older brother's Benton team, but still pretty good, and a big performance. It's not like we talk about regional championships in golf every day, so congratulations to the Rams golf team on that regional. Xander Ashby was your regional championship match medalist with a 2-under par 70. Gage Rainey was 12th with an 81. Abel Nelson 16th with an 82. Slade Emery 18th with an 83. Colton Crawford was also top 20 with an 84. And Lucas Oley shot an 86, still better than I could do at Hickory Ridge. Next up, the Rams go to the Highland Sectional at Oak Brook Golf Club in Edwardsville on Monday. So good luck to Rams Golf on Monday. Lady Rams Golf wrapped up their season on Tuesday at the O'Fallon Regional. They had that at Tamarack Golf Club in Shiloh. Lady Rams finished with a 9th place, 438. Malia Jones, she's a sophomore, shot a 100. Briley Tate, also a sophomore, carded a 108. Lucy Owens, a 112, also a sophomore. Freshman Josie Coley carded a 118. Harlow Cuiava, also a freshman, shot a 120. And Paisley Ramsey, another freshman, shot a 123 for Lady Rams Golf as they wrapped up their season on Tuesday. Scott Shaw's crew I think you see some of the scores if you're a golfer, you're like, well, but I'm telling you right now, they have not had a full team to my recollection in quite some time, so he has plenty of girls coming out, and that is good to see. So you hope that they'll keep that going. Girls tennis found a new a site that gives us some results. So Saturday, the Lady Rams finished second in the Mount Vernon Doubles Invitational. They finished finished runner-up to Salem. Wednesday, the Lady Rams beat Hillsborough 7-2. Your singles winners were Olivia Van Kampen, Abby Russell, Ella Croshan, and Anna Kingsley. Doubles winners were the tandems of Olivia Kampen and Anna Kingsley, Clover Tinsley, Hadley Dunaway, and Paisley Breesacker and Aubrey Wilford. Thursday, the Lady Rams fell behind, and they lost to Centralia 5-4. Singles winners were Abby Russell, Paisley Breesacker, Anna Kingsley, and one doubles win there, Clover Tinsley and Abby Russell in that. Next up, Lady Rams host Mount Carmel Tuesday. They host Heron on Thursday, and that's a look at your fall sports for this week at Mount Vernon Township High School. Right now here in varsity football, it is Cahokia 22, Mount Vernon nothing. This is your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. We'll come back in a moment. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Tacomas. Hi, this is Presley Marlowe, sales manager at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon. Come check out our 2025 Toyota Tacoma. We've got 5 of them on the lot right now. During the Toyota Fall event, fall into savings with deep discounts and 3.99 financing for 60 months. Choose from SR5 and TRD off-road models. But hurry, the TRD Pro is excluded and these deals won't last long. Drive yours home today from Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Chris with Bean Insurance Agency. We've been serving the listening area for over 20 years. Our office has a combined experience of over 75 years of insurance knowledge. We have multiple companies to choose from, so you get a great rate, and we strive to provide the best customer service around. This combination has won Bean Insurance Agency multiple awards over the last 20 years. Call today and find out for yourself at 618-242-6017 or stop by 1310 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southern Illinois, check out the deals from Quick Lube of Southern Illinois, Carterville, Christopher, and Mount Vernon. The Golden Pancake House, Centralia. Premier U of Marion. And Crooked Creek Winery, downtown Centralia.
If you're in Mount Vernon, Centralia, Salem, Nashville, Marion, Kate, Sykeston, Paducah, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX, presented by People's National Bank.
Back here on the Huey Funeral Home halftime show, Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. Of course, Huey Funeral Home, great sponsor of Mount Vernon Rams sports here on WMIX. And right now, it's Cahokia 22. Mount Vernon nothing, as Cahokia should have the football to start the second half, barring a successful onside kick from the Rams. Huey Funeral Home, deeply honored to have been a part of the rich history of our communities, and your trust is their sacred obligation. HueyFH.com or call 618-242-3348. 22-0 here at the half. It looks like we have plenty of scoreboard updates furnished by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon.
All right, let's go. We'll start at the South 7. Carbondale all over Granite City, 27-0. Late second quarter, it's Centralia 41, Marion 20. That game's still not at half. A little bit of a shocker as a turnover battle. Nashville's capitalized several times. They lead Benton 24-20 at the half. West Frankfort leading DuQuoin 14-8 at the half. It's Pinckneyville. The Panthers lead Anna Jonesboro 20-0 at the half. Carterville stretches their lead 25-0. That's in the third quarter. Massac leads Heron 21-14 at the half. Lift for Life 24, Murphy 13. East St. Louis 25-0 over Edwardsville. I believe that's at the half. Another halftime score, Cesar-Valera Waltonville 22-6 over Carmi. A third quarter score, Johnson City 30, Fairfield 22. Edwards County looking for their first win as they lead Hamilton County 14-7 at the half. CZRE, that'd be Alvarado, is part of the co-op, 28-22 over Red Hill at the half. Althoff 13-7 over Collinsville. Breeze Central killing Salem 48-7. Freeburg 14-13 over Roxana. Mahomet Seymour, this is a halftime score, leads Effingham 14-0. And the other one, a Week 9 opponent for Mount Vernon, Tolono Unity leading Prairie Central 33-0 at last check.
Looks like at halftime, Highland leads Civic Memorial 28-3. Waterloo all over Jersey 42-7. Just trying to remember which ones I did not see on your sheet. See if I can fill the gaps. O'Fallon and Belleville West tied at 22 at the half. Belleville West leads. Nope. I have Belleville West twice on here. I'm pretty sure East is playing Alton. And Belleville East leads 40-0 at the half. And then I know Mater Dei leads Marilla Career Academy 34-0 at the half as well. Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online, TonyWilt.com, or look for that red State Farm Jeep around town and see if you can get to a better state with State Farm.
I appreciate everybody helping out on the score.
Yeah.
Several guys, a text. I copycat off some online sources, so appreciate all the help.
And then Triad leads Mascoutah 7-6 at the half, and I think that's everything between the two of us.
Highland, what was the Highland score?
Triad leads Mascoutah, 7-6. I think I said, I don't know what I said, but Triad leads Mascoutah 7-6 at the half.
And Highland leads Civic.
Yeah,
no
big
surprise
time.
there. Okay.
So there we go. Oh,
Nashville Benton, that'll be one to keep an eye on.
Yes.
And Centralia. I mean, they must be some kind of offense. If they're at 41, and the last I heard was still about 3 minutes left in the first half.
Well, you got a good quarterback battle there between Callahan Roper and Archie Guai. And
the Orphans,
last time those two teams will see each other for quite some time.
It's a lot of sophomores on that Orphans as far as their skill positions.
So in case you've not been listening or watching most of this year, Centralia is headed to the Cahokia Conference next year. The Valley will completely go away as Highland comes to the South 7. A couple of the teams will go to the Southwestern. That'll be Triad and Mascoutah. Everybody else from the Cahokia or from the Mississippi Valley will go to the Cahokia and join Centralia as they completely turn things around. Salem will go to River, Ohio, among some other moves. So that's kind of what we're looking at.
South 7 in a bind. I believe it'll be back to, 5 teams with the addition of Highland. Problem being it's really difficult to fill a football schedule when you got a 4 or 5 non-conference
games. Yeah, it
games.
is. And, for the Rams, and I hope that Seth doesn't mind me going here, but I know the Rams need a week 2 and a week 8 next year. And good luck in a week 8. You stand a better chance to get a week 2. I knew at one time Carbondale needed a week 2, so I don't know if a home and home would be on the table for that one or not. But, it's tough. And I know the Rams keep Waterloo on the schedule. Collinsville moves to week 3. Then you get into the conference. Week 8's open in conference play, which means 4 through 7. And all of that become fine. That's stable. But week 8 becomes a guessing game. Tolono Unity you have for another year in week 9. We go there next year. And so for the Rams, who knows what their week 2 and week 8 are going to look like for the foreseeable future.
It's probably not going to be an Illinois team.
No. And I know overtures had been made to Missouri, Kentucky, Indiana, just to try to find somebody. And what you don't want to happen is to have to end up and play like a Jackson, Missouri. They play Edwardsville week 2, if I'm not mistaken. It could be week 3. But perennial power Jackson's not somebody you want to see if you can avoid it.
You don't want to go to Ohio and lose by 50. I mean,
no, I'd rather not. I'd rather not drive 14 hours in a single day. So that's kind of where we are. And just like that, we filled a homecoming halftime without any extra commercial breaks, Henry.
And John Holman in the Southern wrote an article. It was the last week or two, and AD English was quoted, and they invited Althoff at one point. They declined, and they just don't know really where they're going to go in the South 7, and it's not looking good. And this has really been coming for about 30 years. If you really want to go back in the
thing that Mount Vernon has always had is options, or an option now. And it's just a question of, in my humble opinion, and I'm not saying anything that isn't public, it's a question of if you want to be loyal to Marion and Carbondale, and I've told everybody for years, don't be. That's nothing against those two schools. You have to worry about number one at this point.
You want to be proactive, not reactive.
Well, and I'm making it on the record because everybody knows it now, but I mean, Centralia's been looking off the record unofficially for 15 or more years for that opportunity. Not maybe not overtly, maybe not aggressively, but passively. Everybody listens to overtures.
And it's not about, this is all football driven, 100%. I'm
going to look at that 95% crowd before we go to kickoff here. Decent crowd on hand tonight for homecoming night as they just got done honoring the homecoming court here on this Huey Funeral Home halftime show. Put a fresh 12 on the clock, 22-zip score. As we await the Ram kickoff, Chris Hugo with Hank Evans on 94.1 WMIX and the free Section 618 app as kickoff coming heading toward the end zone. It'll take a Ram bounce, and it stays live. As it goes toward the sideline, the Comanches will have to pick it up, and they step out of bounds at about the 10. Wow, what great backspin that time. I don't know if he hit it off the – I don't know if he – what wedge he used, but, man, he got some backspin on that one. Truman Carnine.
A little 60-degree.
Some extra grooves, without a doubt.
It's like you around that number 3 green at Indian Hills.
I don't know about that.
Better get some of those Rams golfers be on your scramble teams. That's what I do. A couple ringers.
Sounds that way. Although with the foursome I usually have, we end up doing okay somehow. Everybody contributes but me. It all depends on if we get Spotty Scheffler or not. As we'll have 1st and 10 here, 2 seconds in.
You guys have a good time, though, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Goes without saying.
Thought maybe you did.
We've cut back. Play action, looking for the throw over the middle, off of the... Oh, and that's going to be a catch by Collier at the 40-45, midfield of the opposing 45. He bulldozes into Crowder, pushes him back. A Staples in on the tackle as well. I didn't see the third Ram. Might have been Barnes, Davius Barnes. And that's going to be a heck of a throw. It's going to depend on the spot, I think, to the 28, as that is going to be, or 38. What about 31? 41?
No. See,
more?
It's at the 11, so that's 39 to get to midfield.
Plus
12.
Yeah.
Let's call it 51.
Yeah. Can't add.
And that was Collier.
Yes. I can't math. What a throw, and it's 1st and 10 Comanches. Their first down of the half on their first series. And Ernest Winter's going to get the sweep play to the right side. The freshman on his feet, 35-30, 25-20, stepped out of bounds, pushed out rather. And that is going to be a gain of about 18 on the ground for Ernest Winters, who already has a rushing touchdown tonight.
It's 4 carries, 50 yards for Winters and a touchdown. And Cahokia is really looking to put this game away.
1st and 10 for the Comanches. 11:40 to play here. 22-0 score. Comanches on top and threatening again already with a couple of big plays.
And if I was guessing, Cahokia coach Darian Donald probably not real happy with how they played the first half.
No. Out of the pistol snap, it's going to be a handoff. Collier spinning around to the backfield, looking for that far side, gets to the 10. Now to the 5, leaning forward, spins in the end zone. Looks like he's in for the touchdown, he's in for the touchdown. 20-yard touchdown run for Donald Collier. Well, 28-0 now.
And that drive took all of 30 seconds.
So Cahokia on the board here to start the half. 28-zip. They're going to go for 2. Pistol. Handoff Hutchinson. Looks to get into the end zone. Did they stop him short? They say he was short. So another 2 PC fails for the Comanches as they've left 4 points on the board. And it's 28-0. Time for the Rams to get to work, presented by People's National Bank. You can find your nearest branch or ATM at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Air's become a little stagnant up here. A little warm.
Mount Vernon offense has been fairly stagnant, much of their own doing. The 3 turnovers were the story of the first half. They got to get going and quickly.
$11:30 on the clock here in the third quarter, and just like that, a 30-second touchdown drive for the Comanches. I believe an 89-yard drive. Nesbitt and Crowder back to return for the Rams.
And that was Cahokia, 51-yard pass, 18-yard rush, 20-yard rush, boom, touchdown.
As we await the Comanche kick, there it is. Actually, a pretty good kick inside the 20 to about the 12-yard line. As that Nesbitt will get to the 25, he's between the hashes 27, and the Rams will have it 1st and 10 there. Looking for that Walgreens. Actually, we just had the Walgreens distribution center first score, and it took 30 seconds on an SI Talent Carbon Supply touchdown a moment ago. The Rams look to return the favor, although they have yet to crack that goose egg tonight.
And they've had times where they moved the ball. It's been a holding penalty or a fumble. It's really stymied the Rams offense.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois offers on-site MRIs to all patients, including outside referrals. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth where it's 11:22 to play in this third quarter. 28-zip Cahokia. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Rams were able to contain there with an 8-0 deficit through the first quarter, but just shot themselves in the foot again. It became 16-0, then shot themselves in the foot again. It was 22-zip. Out of the gun, single back. Carmaine Hopkins is the back, and he'll run off tackle beyond the 30 to the 32 for a gain of about 4. Looks like that's number 8.
And I wonder if this game gets too far out of hand, if you maybe won't see much Staples or Rudolph. Got to have them to win out.
So 11-minute mark here is Rudolph back into the game. Where's Mast going? He'll come to this left side. It'll be a 2-back set in the backfield out of the gun for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. 2nd and 6, 10:50 mark, 28-zip the score. Cahokia on top of the Rams, looking to mount some sort of comeback here. Await the snap. There it is. Handoff, Rudolph. Bounces outside, inside, and now back to the outside as it gets to the 40. Brought down to the 43-yard line. Gain of 11 for Chris Rudolph. People's National Bank, where you can discover the difference from savings accounts to home loans. They provide the solutions you need. Learn more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm going to give him 11 on that.
There we go.
It's Nashville now trails. Benton has taken the lead 27-24. The Centralia game's finally at half, 41-20.
$10:13 left here in this third quarter. 1st and 10 Rams from their 43-yard line on the near hash. Double back out of the gun. Hopkins will get the carry. And might have gotten a gain of 1. 2 carries, 5 yards. Join Casaraya before or after the game for great food, great atmosphere, great drinks, and exceptional service. Easy to find, 3106 Broadway. 2nd and 9 for the Rams here. 9:42 left in this third. 28-0 Comanches. Rams will have Planet Granite coming in here next week. We'll be right here on 94.1 WMIX or watch it live on the WMIX Sports YouTube. 2nd and 9 here. Out of the gun, screen pass to the right side. It's to Nesbitt. Leans forward, shy midfield to the 49. Gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Zay and the Rams. Waltonville leads Carmi 38-6 after 3.
It's a 3rd catch for Nesbitt, 43 yards.
Had a pretty good night. Had a good night last week, too, in the win against Altop, 29-28. Really seeing him hang on to some balls. He's looking them in instead of running ahead. Made a big difference in his game. 3rd and 4 from the 49. Rams near midfield on the far hash. Double back out of the gun. Rudolph trying to run off tackle. Now bounces to the outside and spins and gets 2 maybe. Oh, last-ditch effort. Maybe he got him across the line to gain, and it'll be a 5-yard gain for Rudolph. That great third effort got him.
Has quite a run. That was weight room play. Kept the legs moving.
The Bath and Kitchen Ideas Center at Mount Vernon Wind Supply is a plumbing showroom specializing in bathrooms, kitchen cabinets, and so much more. Route 37 South in Mount Vernon. 1st and 10 Rams, fresh set of downs here. Ball on the Cahokia 46-yard line. Looks like Staples, your lone back, wing back now for Rudolph. 2 receivers left here for Hughes-Disrow. Drops and heaves to this near side, one-on-one, and that is going to be a great defensive effort by Nolan Mast, as that one looked to be picked off by number 12, Steveland Kidd. And Mast turned into the defensive back on that one and wrestled it away, so it would be incomplete.
Just a heads-up play by Mast, because that could have went the other way and should have been picked off.
7:59 left. We're in the third quarter, 28-zip Hoke. 2 left, 2 backs in the backfield here for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Cahokia defense is definitely as advertised. And out of the gun here with 2 backs is C.J. Oh, he's back to pass. He's going to drop one to the backfield. Complete to Chris Rudolph, and it's going to be a massive loss all the way back at the 37-yard line. What's that, 17-yard loss? Depending upon the spot.
Yep, maybe 16.
Yeah, it looks like they gave him an extra yard. Or I shouldn't say an extra yard. It looks like they took a yard of loss off on the spot. Jeez. Sometimes you're just better off to let it fall incomplete. Could have been one of those times. Video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon All-State agent. Call Paul for a free quote or stop by 2100 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 7:12 left. We're in the third. 28 zip Cahokia. Rams third and forever. 26 to gain. Ball in the 38. Back to pass is CJ. Finds a run he likes, draws it up, runs forward. Midfield, he may go 40. There's a man in the back, defensive backfield, pulled down at about the 28-yard line at Cahokia territory. And that is going to be a gain of about 40 on the ground. Good run by CJ. I really thought he was going to be pulled down shy of midfield, but he just kept going and showed us all.
I got a 34-yard gain.
Okay. Me doing football math on the fly is a disaster.
It's tough.
You don't want that. High snap, CJ, no problem. Hands off to Staples, bounces between tackles, and unable to get down to the 25. That's just going to be a tough gain of 3. Now, remember Sunday dinner at Grandma's? That's Bonnie Cafe. Turkey, ham, fried chicken, and all the fixins. Mount Vernon Airport or the OG and Bonnie. Daily, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So we'll have 2nd and 6 here. 28 zip score. Single back out of the gun. 2 receivers right here for Mount Vernon. Trailing 28-0 at Cahokia. Ball on the Comanche 24. Back to pass, looking over the middle. Oh, and just a little too high for Chris Rudolph. It'll fall incomplete and bring up 3rd down. Well, if you don't know how to invest, Michael Croce and Edward Jones is a great place to start. He can help make you, or he can make the most of your investments. Michael Croce and Edward Jones, 618-244-5950.
Need to get Mass the ball here, Chris.
2 to the right.
Cahokia has shut him down.
On 3rd and 6. Ball on the 24. And fake handoff ends up as a handoff to the right here for Rudolph as he cuts back up the middle, gets inside the 25 to the 24. Right where it was. No gain.
No gain. And the Rams obviously will go for it on 4th down. Huh? Kicking a field goal. Surprising.
Yep.
A little surprising.
Trying to get on the board somehow. Crack that goose egg. Looks like a 42-yard field goal attempt here for Carnine.
Would they fake here?
Maybe. "42-yard try, and we're going to have a flag. Is it going to be 37 or 42? Or 47, I mean. No. It'll be that one. False start on the Rams. The People's National Bank, your satisfaction is their highest priority. With a range of banking options and great customer service, they're here for you. Visit peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Well, pushes him back 5, and he's still in range. Snap, hold, kick, up, distance is good. It looks like from here as Truman Carnine is money from 47 yards. Oh, wrong play. Well, we'll get out of that. And we'll watch this next one here on the WMIX Sports YouTube as we see that kick again. There's a snap, kick. Had the distance, 47 yards. Truman Carnine gets the Rams on the board with the field goal.
Will the Rams go onside?
I would hope. Yeah, at this point, I mean, you've got to do something. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. It's 28-3 as the Rams get on the board. Well, trying to deal with a truck in the parking lot blocking traffic, and that's usually not good for anybody.
It's a white one.
It
white
is.
Chevy. Somebody needs to get that moved.
Better do it now. 5:05 to play. We're in the third here from Ken Hunt Stadium. We'll be here next week against Granite City. Then our swan song on the road against the Orphans, and back here at home to wrap it up with senior night against Tolono Unity. And you hope the playoffs will be on the line.
Got to win one at a time. And I like Mount Vernon's chances against Granite City.
So we await the Carnine kick here after he just drilled a 47-yard field goal to cut it to 28-3. Onside, a little bouncer, gives him some fits, but it's going to be picked up off the rebound. Good try there by Malik Mazium.
Textbook recovery there by Cahokia. Well done.
Zam, I think, might be the pronunciation there. Thanks, Rob.
He's their key guy on defense, linebacker. 63 tackles, 6 sacks on the year. Also good hands, what it looks like to me.
Yeah. So Gooden out of the gun. More than likely. We'll see if it's going to be gun or pistol. Twins right, one left. Single back out of the gun here. In motion will be Hutchinson as he's looking downfield, and that's going to be picked off. Chris Rudolph on the interception about midfield, and he may get in. 35, he's going to have a lot of work to do at the 20, and there's a flag, so it won't matter. He'll get inside the 15 to the 14 on the interception by Chris Rudolph. Rudolph picked it off, and as you can see, why at the 30, I thought maybe he might have a chance, but then more help over the top, over the middle.
I would guess that's coming back, but nonetheless, Mount Vernon's got an opportunity to make this game maybe a little more interesting.
With 4:49 left, an interception by Chris Rudolph. So the hold will be on the return against the Rams, and that's okay. Probably bring them back about 34-ish, 35.
And for whatever reason, Gooden threw it right to Rudolph.
Yeah.
I mean, it hit him right in the numbers.
At least Rudolph shows he can catch.
Yes.
Might need that down the line.
I feel like that Collinsville game's going to come back to bite.
It could.
Assuming Mount Vernon stays healthy, I mean, they can play with anybody left on the schedule. Should be in this game.
Those turnovers have haunted them so far.
Can't do it against this team.
4:49 left, third quarter, 28-3. Rams trailing here. Out of the gun for C.J. Hughes-Disrow with 2 to the right. It's Staples in the backfield. And it's going to be his handoff to Staples. Ooh, bounces off a tackle, gets inside the 30 now, looking to the near sideline, 25, 22 maybe.
I'm going to go 12.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like he had a first down. There we go. So 4:42 remaining here in the third, 28-3 score. The Hoke, a 25-point advantage as Mass will go to the right side. They'll split Nesbitt off left. Keep Rudolph on the wing here with Staples in the backfield with C.J. Hughes-Disrow Jr. And the Ram quarterback out of the gun on the near hash from the 22 on 1st and 10. Keeps it himself, trying to go right up the middle and runs into a wall of linemen. And, you know, one of the things that Dan wanted to do is at least try to tie the battle up front. Knew probably not going to win it. Certainly did not win it there, but got a half yard. They'll bring up second and not quite 10, but 10. Postgame show will be presented by Biltmore Buildings, your local MVP for shops, homes, and ag builds. Call 618-732-8704. Let's build something. together. Out of the gun here for Hughes Disrow. Single back, Jay-Sean Staples. And it's going to be a pitch on the reverse, not a reverse, but just a pitch to Rudolph. He'll find running room, 15-10, 5, touchdown.
What a run.
Indeed. Wow. And I put it on the wrong side on the scoreboard, but that's okay. There we go. Fixed now on WMIX Sports YouTube, 28-9. As the Rams get on the board, thanks to Chris Rudolph. He set it up with the interception, finishes it off with the 22-yard touchdown.
And it's good to have him back as he's been out since about the 4 minutes into the game in week 1. He's a key part of this team, and I believe only a sophomore.
So we await the Carnine kick for the PAT to make it 28-10 with 3:52 to play in the third. Oh, it's a fake. Griever on the run, trying to get into the end zone. We wait for the signal. He looks in. He could be in. He might not be. He says he's in, and now they say 2 points. What a fake.
Now it's getting a little bit interesting. And now you're really just more ticked off about those kind of kicking the game away in the first half.
Now it's even more frustrating because, as you said, the
I feel like
kickoff
Mount
fumble.
Vernon's, they played even with them tonight. They've played them even.
Kickoff fumble was a problem, and then turnovers after that. And, I mean, you're talking about a completely different ballgame right now if those do not happen. But, I mean, who knows what the follow-ups to all those things would be. You never know. Appreciate Paul Shields, Mount Vernon All-State agent, for the support. 3:52 left in the third, 28-11 now. Comanches on top, and the Rams will kick off. Congratulations, Kendall Mast. She is our Josh Finley Country Financial Ram of the Week. 9 kills against the Hook back in volleyball. Of course, that award sponsored by Josh Finley and Country Financial. What is a 529 plan? Find out. Josh Finley, Country Financial Advisor. You can find him at countryfinancial.com or 814 Harrison Street in Mount Vernon. 3:52 left here in the third. Rams down 17 as they will kick off here. It's Truman Carnine. There's the kick, booming toward the 5. Nope, it's going to be to the 7. Comanches have it coming to the near side. Going to have to get a tackle in there. They do, as that's a great effort there by number 10, Nigel Griffin. Gets to the 21-yard line, so a return of about 14 yards there for the Comanches when they'll have 1st and 10 with 3:44 to play in the third.
Look like Wyatt Evans on the tackle.
Yes, I believe.
And maybe Tylen Davis in there helping out. There's a group effort. Very well covered.
We'll have a receiver right, twins left. Strong right side here out of the pistol. 3:44 to play in the third. 1st and 10 from the 20-something, and here comes a run by Hutchinson up the middle. He'll get past the 30 to the 33. Good dive ahead. Equals about a 7-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 3.
Who's that?
Hutchinson, or Henderson. Yeah. I think I keep saying Hutch. My apologies. I think we had a Hutchinson last week. Never know what names are going to stick in your head. Holman to the right side, Rose as well. It'll be Holman in the right slot for Cahokia. Out of the pistol, and it's a handoff to Henderson again, and he'll have 1st down yardage as he gets to the 39 for a gain of 6. Score updates presented by your State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. Having a local agent matters for your insurance. It's State Farm team here to help. Go ahead and give it to the 40, 1st and 10. We drop below the 3-minute mark here, 28-11 Comanches. We're in the third. Out of the pistol. They'll go twins each side. That's a guy split left, split right, and slots on each side as it'll be a handoff to Winters. He's trying to get to that far side stretch of field. Does. Midfield to the 45. Quickly out of bounds. So the freshman with another big run to midfield and beyond. The spot is going to tell us a lot. Oh, no, they're going to say right at midfield. So gain of 10 is 10 enough, and it's 1st down.
It's 5 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown.
2:48 to play here in the third. At midfield, it's 1st and 10. The ball spotted just on the Cahokia side on the hash. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Out of the pistol for the quarterback, Gooden. Handoff will be Henderson again. Slips a tackle, but he's going to be brought down at the 48 by Staples. They'll give him to the 47 for a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. What a tackle. Walgreens Distribution Center has a variety of opportunities, including Monday to Friday work schedules with no weekends. They even have leadership opportunities. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. 2:21 left, 2nd and 7 here. We're in the third quarter. Cahokia 28-11 lead, working with this pistol offense. 2 to the right, 1 left. It's going to be Henderson again. Looks like he got about 6.5 on the play, shy of the first down marker as he'll get to the 41-yard line. Thomas on the tackle for the Rams. It's 3rd and 1. One minute, 55 seconds left, third quarter, 28-11 Cahokia. They have 3rd and 1 on the Mount Vernon 41-yard line. Between the hashes on the spot here, they'll still work out of the pistol. Powell split left. Rose and Holman to the right side. Henderson the back for Gooden, the quarterback, out of the pistol offense, and he will run it right up the middle for a first down on a dive just past Jackson Simmons, gain of 4. As we have about 90 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. And a 28-11 Comanche lead.
Cahokia has shown the ability to play a couple different styles. They're going a little bit of the ground and pound, just eat this clock out and get out of here with a win.
38-11 or 28-11. Rams trailing here, but Cahokia will work out a play action. To the right side on the roll, it'll be complete to Holman. He's at the 25, steps out of bounds as he's pushed out by Hopkins. We'll have a flag here. It'll be a 17-yard pass. And it looks like this is going to be against the Rams. Top of the hour, WMIX-FM, Mount Vernon, all of Southern Illinois, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. As we have 1:05 remaining here, third quarter, after a Mount Vernon flag on a first down catch by Holman. We'll go from about the 20, should be half the distance. Probably inside the 10. Nope, just outside the 10. Okay. So it'll be at the 11-yard line on the near hash, 1st and 10. 1:05 to play, third quarter, 28-11. Cahokia on top, same pistol set. One receiver left, twins to the right. It's Henderson in the back with Gooden. And now, quarterback keeper here, going to the right side for that near corner, in for the score. It'll be an 11-yard touchdown run. Nigel Gooden. With 58.7 seconds remaining here in this third quarter, it'll be a Gooden touchdown run of 11 yards.
Mount Vernon defense looks to be wearing down as they weren't helped out much in the second quarter.
Cahokia for 2. Trips right. Or thereabouts. Out of the gun this time. Henderson will be on the right side of the quarterback, Gooden. Going for 2 here, 34-11. Flagger out, far corner, and he got a foot in. Had control, and that'll be 2 points.
I believe that was Powell. Evan Powell.
$36-11 now. Comanches on top.
Big hill to climb for the Mount Vernon Rams.
And then some. Less than a minute to play here in quarter number 3, and the Comanches up 25, 36-11. Not sure if this will be a Mount Vernon scoregami or not if it holds, but It's an interesting score nonetheless. Proud to be with you from the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth here. Mount Vernon Rams on your radio, powered by People's National Bank. We appreciate Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon Allstate agent, for the video stream. Need to see what happens here on the ensuing kickoff. Oh, goodness gracious. Just need something to go right if you're the Mount Vernon Rams.
And quickly.
You look back on all of those first half turnovers and what they beget. And right now, it's a 25-point deficit. Step back there on the return. Made sure he reeled it in to Crowder. Now trying to go right up the middle at the 30. Looking to break to the outside, 35-40 near midfield, and he will be brought down to the 45-yard line by Holman, whose helmet flew off, and Crowder was looking to get back to the outside and maybe make a run for it for the kickoff return, and he was close.
That was the one man he had to beat. Great field position for Mount Vernon. They will need to move quickly.
48.6 seconds remain, 36-11 score. Nesbitt to the right slot along with Nolan Mast all the way to the right side. Double back set out of the gun here for Mr. Disrow. C.J. Hughes Disrow, the quarterback, 48 seconds left in the third, 36-11 score. Handoff coming. It'll be Staples trying to bounce off of the line in the backfield to get outside, and it's going to be a gain of 1.
Staples looks like he might have
been battling some nagging things.
Yeah, he was asking to come out.
Well, I'm a big Jordan 1 guy, but I don't know how they're comfortable for cleats. Notice he's got some AJ1 retros. 8 seconds left here, 2nd and 9 for the Rams. Ball on the 46. I have a feeling we're done for the third quarter as time will expire. After 3, 36-11 score. The Comanches on top. We'll head to the fourth. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for a bank that fits your lifestyle? Discover People's National Bank, where convenience meets value. With mobile banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Enjoy free checking with no hidden fees, competitive mortgage loans to help you find your dream home, and specialized ag and commercial products to give you an advantage in managing your business. Experience banking made easy and affordable. Visit People's National Bank today and see the difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You've seen prices rise from the dinner table to the pump, but Allstate agents are seeing ways to save you money on insurance. From starting a new policy to bundling coverage or even driving safely, Allstate agents know how to maximize your savings. They'll share their knowledge as they help you personalize your coverage. Because when it comes to seeing all the ways to save, Allstate agents do it best.
Contact Mount Vernon's Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Watch the Rams in stunning high definition on the free Section 618 app, powered by Paul Shields Allstate Insurance. Now, back to Rams football.
Early start to the fourth quarter as we're back here in the King City from Ken Hunt Stadium. 11:55 left as they got quickly started on 2nd and 9, and I think the Rams went to pass. I didn't see the play. I was doing other things.
Yeah, Hughes Disrow was hit as he threw, and it was incomplete.
Looking downfield for a Ram target, and 5 seconds into the fourth quarter, it'll be 3rd and 9, a 36-11 lead for the Cahokia Comanches, presented by People's National Bank. They'll go 2 right, 2 in the backfield here for C.J. Hughes Disrow out of the gun with a 3rd and 9 staring him in the face from his own 46. And stretch play, perhaps, for Rudolph. He'll get to the 45, 46, and guess what? No gain. 4th and 9.
Rams will go, probably.
Kendall Mast is this week's Josh Finley Country Financial Ram of the Week. 9 kills and a win against Cahokia last week. Of course, Josh Finley, your Country Financial advisor here in Mount Vernon. Offering insurance coverage to protect what's most important to you. 618-242-4024.
Coach Mings just got a couple penalties. I don't know. Rudolph got hurt on the play. I don't know what happened. But Mings is very upset.
Has every right to be. Very svelte Dan Mings, by the way. He's dropped some LBs. And he's letting them know how upset he is, and he has every right to do that. Now, I'm not saying the officials are wrong. I'm not saying the officials are right, but he has every right. See what these flags are and what the end result's going to be.
And he's been ejected from the game.
That's not good.
That might have been a little much. Throw the one unsportsmanlike, get out of there.
It didn't look like both were on Dan initially, and then they say it is. And I didn't see anything that was that out of line. I have to disagree with that. I have to disagree with that.
Give him one if whatever you said, then as an official, get out of there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
rotate like in basketball after a technical.
Hot.
Rotate.
Let him. You've dole out the penalty and just get out of there. I mean, Mings is pretty mild-mannered. I mean, I don't really see him. So there was something.
Well, if you have Archie Guai in your fantasy lineup tonight, he has 6 passing touchdowns tonight. Kenny Bratton having a pretty good day, too, with 4 of them. So Dan Mings gone. It'll be 4th and forever for the Rams. And
40. 4th and 40.
I know how it looks when a coach gets ejected. And as Cahokia looks to return here, this is Collier bouncing around between the hashes of the 40-something yard line down to the 35, and the Rams will be all over him. Dan Mings better not see any sort of school discipline from this, because what happened here was very mild-mannered, and to receive that, I mean, that's just I have to disagree. So the return will go to the Mount Vernon 35-yard line, 11:10 to play, 36-11 score. All right. Too many guys on somebody's got to come off.
A lot of confusion on the Mount Vernon defense right now. This game's falling apart.
Understandably so. 11:10 left in the 4th, 36-11 score. High snap, no problem on the handoff to Henderson. And he is dancing dangerously with a first down. Let's look at inside the 30 down to about the 26. $10:55 to play here in the 4th quarter, 36-11 score. That's a 9-yard gain for Henderson, having a good night. Just chunking yardage. Video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon Allstate agent. 618-241-0551. Out of the pistol now for the Hoke. 2 to the right. Henderson slips some tackles, has a first down to the 25-yard line. Should be a gain of 1, and we'll have more flags.
A lot going on right now.
So an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Rams. There's 2 flags on the field. I don't know about you, but if I'm Dan Mings, I'm putting on a pair of those disguise glasses, different shirt, and I'm coming back out here.
The question is, what I mean, he might be out next week.
He is. By rule.
Which
should be, unless the rules have changed.
Well, maybe he can sit up here with us.
He might.
That'd be great.
He might.
It may take my spot.
The man gets stressed enough. I don't know that he needs the frustration of being up here too. But it will have after the penalty pushes it way forward for the Comanches. They're going to have 1st and 10 from about the 11.
On a happier note, Mike Rood is about to do it again as the Bearcats are getting ready to pick up their 3rd win, and I'm not sure they won 3 the last 7 or 8 years. He can still coach.
Christopher has not been to the playoffs since Nick Batts led them there in 2008.
Been a
long
minute.
time. I mean, in that, you figure he's from there. I mean, that's the ultimate homecoming.
And he's a proven winner, and he probably gets more athletes, more of the multi-sport athletes that you have to have at the 1A, 2A.
I mean, you need something. Yeah. And, the passion's there from being from there. You're, twilight of the career. So it is good to see.
It's been one of those programs that just churn through coaches every year, it seems, every 2 years.
.27 left here in the 4th. 36-11 score. It's 1st and 10 for the Comanches from the Mount Vernon 12. They can get a 1st down without a touchdown. It's not a goal line situation, basically. Out of the pistol here, 2 to the right. Handoff. Nope, fake handoff. Out of play action. And the Rams give chase. Jackson Simmons cannot trip him up. Gooden will get away, and he'll throw it away over the top. Past the line of scrimmage, even though nobody eligible is in the neighborhood, unless they're going to say this is intentional grounding. There's a flag coming from the end zone, thrown to about the 12. So it may not have gotten there.
10 minutes. Centralia 48-20, by the way.
That'll be a big win for the Orphans.
And
sets up a huge matchup next week with the Hoke.
And, Guai, he had 308 yards passing at the half, so he's going to be probably in the 400. One of the linemen for Cahokia got downfield. On those slow developing plays, that's when that tends to happen. And the Illini caught a very fortunate break last week. But same penalty. Benton is going to improve to, in week 6? 6-0 as they're about to win 34-24.
It's a big win over Nash Vegas.
And especially, they turned the ball over the first half and faced some adversity, probably behind for the first time all year.
2nd and 15. It's going to be play action. Looking for the quick connect to the right. They do, and they'll have 1st down and into the end zone. Caught by, I believe, Bernard Chapman. I thought I saw 6, but he's not typically a receiver. Okay, he is this time, and it's a 17-yard touchdown pass. Okay, we've seen it all. 42-11 Comanches, and you figure, and this is nothing against any of the assistant coaches down there, but, everybody's kind of thrown for a whirl right now without Dan on the sideline, and so things like this may happen the rest of the way.
Well, at this point, you're going to get all your – Rudolph's probably out. Staples going to be out.
Yes.
You're going to probably see some backups and just get out of here and move on to next week.
42-11.
Maybe even C.J. Hughes Distro may be out. And
then you start to run out of guys. The only problem.
Yeah.
Depth. As this will be a handoff to Henderson, fumbled, and the Rams will help pick it up, and it'll be no good. 42-11 it'll be.
And Coach Dan Mings has been very, outspoken about it. He just 35 to 40 varsity players is just not enough. You need 5A level. You probably need 70 or 80.
10:09 to play. We are in the 4th quarter, presented by People's National Bank. 42-11 Comanche lead. The Rams, of course, if you've just tuned in, not trying to make too much about it, but I'm still baffled at the 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on Coach Mings that led to his ejection, because out of all the times I've seen Dan livid on a sideline, and not so much here in tenure number 2, but I mean, I wouldn't even thought he was upset just by looking at him up here. That's what I'm baffled.
Yeah, 2 was unnecessary. Throw the 1, get out of there.
And again, we're up here. Who knows what may have been said, but either way, I mean, and this isn't ripping on the officials or anything of that nature, just absolutely perplexed by what could have possibly happened to warrant that. So we'll see kickoff here from the Comanches with what'll be the longest 10:09 of anybody's football lives. And a 31-point game. Okay. There we go. Kick. Yeah, kind of a boomer. Crowder stepped back to about the 6. And now trying to go back to the far side outside the hash as he got to about the 16, 17, 18.
And we got a fight down here.
Oh, gosh.
This game's...
Thought I saw a slug of some sort. But
yeah, I seen a punch thrown. Cahokia player threw a punch, which I don't know a guy's wearing a helmet if that's... You can break a hand like that.
Serious business now as Steve McCoy is back on the sideline.
Let's just get this game over with.
Oh, yeah. So we have a Cahokia ejection now. And if it's who we thought, that young man's a sophomore, so they're not afraid. .10:03 to play here in the fourth. 42-11 your score. It'll be 1st and 10. It's just a question of where at this point.
I'm going to be watching some things going on right now, especially up front.
42-11 score. Rams trailing here at home. Homecoming night at Ken Hunt Stadium. 10:03 to play. And the Cahokia ejection will lead to Ram field position shy of the 35 at the 34. It's on the far hash. Right slot for Zay Nesbitt. All the way right for Nolan Mast. Quarterback C.J. Hughes Disrow with a back to his right. Wing back Rudolph. I'm looking for the orange shoes. From my perspective, this is where I struggle to see. Screen through the window and things of that nature as we're very slow and sluggish to spot the football as Hopkins the back here for C.J. 1st and 10 from the 34. Cahokia will stack the box. They'll leave a couple over the top. Handoff will come to Hopkins, and Carmaine had decent running room and will probably pick up about 3 on the play. And talk about wind out of the sails. At least for me.
Been a disappointing night. Mount Vernon played very well the first half, especially on defense. Just too many mistakes. And then the second half, it's been a...
Things have gotten away.
Yeah, it's been a show.
I mean,
a certain kind of show.
When you've had a second ejection, I mean, that'll tell you what we're dealing with. Out of the gun here, 2 backs, 2 to the right for the Rams. Looking to get something going. It'll be a handoff to Rudolph. Rudolph will be stymied by that Cahokia front. Might be the benefactor of a no gain. Nope, going to be the...
And when you talk about coach ejections, it's very rare for a head football coach to get ejected.
Yeah,
There's one game a week. That's a huge penalty. You know, basketball, you got 30 games.
Sure.
Baseball, 30 games.
And, I mean, I've seen guys had to work a lot harder to get tossed in basketball games. But I digress. And on 3rd and 7, the Rams same position here on the 37-yard line in their own territory, far hash spot. It'll be the quarterback, C.J. Hughes Disrow, flanked on each side by a running back. 2 receivers right side. Handoff coming to Rudolph. He'll get to the 40-yard line between the hashes, 41, gain of 4. That'll bring up 4th and about 3. Between the hashes, about the 42. 4th and 2 as the Rams will go for it here, trailing 42-11. All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank. Out of the gun now for CJ. Right back is, I can tell by the Jordans, that's Staples. Rolling to the right side, and now trying to go for it up the middle. Now he'll have to stretch to the outside, CJ. Looking to get to that far sideline. Line of gain. Did he get there? He was knocked backward by a Comanche. And it looks like it's either right there or just short. Waiting for the down marker to come back up. And nope, it's going to be a turnover on downs. That'll be a gain of 1.5. And I thought, honestly, I'm not ripping on anybody. That was not a good spot. But it happens.
It's Chase Bradley on the tackle. He laid out a big hit. I'll tell you what about C.J. Hughes-Disrow Jr. That's a tough kid. I've seen him take some big hits, and he just gets right up and keeps going.
It was 7:47 left here in the fourth. It'll be a turnover on downs. The Comanches will take over up 42-11. So the ball will be on the far hash. That doesn't change. It's on the 43. 1st and 10 Comanches running the pistol here. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. For the quarterback, Nigel Gooden. There's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff. Henderson bounces back to the outside after going through the middle and down to the 35, 34. If they spot that 33 like I think they may, that's going to be a first down.
It's Kyrus Fisher.
Oh, new ball carrier. My apologies. Number 7 into the game. My apologies to the Cahokia faithful as that may be watching. 7:37 left here, fourth quarter. We're in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth, the Orthopedic Center. Long-standing tradition of superior orthopedic care. Out of the pistol again, same formation, same personnel. Fisher, the ball carrier, going to run right, and he'll be brought down by a heaping helping of Rams. Carter Burns, Kylan Brown, and an injured Comanche on the field here. On what will be 2nd and 10 on the no gain. Video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon All-State agent. Of course, we'll get you a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard when we can from games from around the area.
This game may never end, unfortunately.
I think we're all ready for it, too. Timeout presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital. Perfect time for Tony Wilt State Farm out-of-town scoreboard.
Benton did hold on as they won 34-24. 48-7 Breeze Central over Salem. 38-6, this is a final. Cesar-Valier beat Carmi. Carterville 39, Harrisburg nothing.
Rough year for the Bulldogs.
Yes, indeed. Collinsville takes the lead late. 14-13 over Althoff. Alney, I believe they're undefeated. They are leading Mount Carmel 35-26. East St. Louis 47-0 over Edwardsville. Pretty good Edwardsville team, but East St. Louis is playing a little different game than everybody else.
They are. Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. This timeout, it's an SSM Health timeout. Good thing, too, because my blood pressure is elevated.
Edgeworth County picks up their first win of the year as they beat Hamilton County 14-13.
That's interesting.
Thriller.
Henderson, a quick handoff out of the gun. Got about 7 on the play up the middle, so it'll be 3 yards to go. Should be about 3rd and 4, so about a 6-yard gain for Henderson here. 42-11 the Hoke. 6:53 left here in this fourth quarter. All the action presented by People's National Bank. You're never too far away from a PNB ATM or a branch. PeoplesNationalBank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Rams almost bit. Cahokia trying for the hard count here on 3rd down and 4. I believe the Benton Rangers have West Frankfort next week on Saturday. Oh, quick out play, and that one's going to be popped out. Exodus Thomas gives chase with the loose football, and I think Nolan Mast may have been the run to recover on the far sideline as that popped out of the hands of the Cahokia receiver. And the Rams recover the fumble. It'll be first down, Mount Vernon. I did not see who caught it for Cahokia.
I'm trying to. He's a mile away, and I can't.
Is it Powell, 14? I don't even remember, to be totally honest with you, who had it. Oh, let's see if I can see it. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. It's fine.
They fumbled.
Somebody caught it, somebody
recovered.
fumbled, and the Rams recovered. It was Nolan Mast because I saw the hoodie outside the jersey.
Careful.
I just hit my knee.
Careful.
On what? Is there even a... No, it's not flat in there, and it's metal. That's why it's sturdy. Bad to worst. First and 10 for the Rams from their own 6. Not for them, for me. Out of the gun, single back here for CJ. Staples the back. Mast on the left, Nesbitt on the right, and they're going to look to Jay Sean to get him out of the shadow of the goalpost, and he'll get to the 16-yard line.
A little surprised he's still in the game.
It'll be a 10-yard run there. So next week, the Rams will host Edwards County as Hopkins will check in for Staples.
Granite City.
What'd I say?
Edwards County.
They're on the mind because they got their first win.
Yeah, and that's Granite City has no wins.
No, correct. Edwards County.
They're about the same.
Oh, folks, it's been a hellacious day in all facets. 5:51 remaining here in the fourth quarter, 42-11 ball game. Comanches of Cahokia lead the Rams of Mount Vernon. No Edwards County involved anywhere, as this will be a quarterback keeper for Hughes Disrow in between the hashes to about the 18. We'll call that a gain of 2. Second and 8 now for the Rams. Only way Edwards County be involved tonight is that is a former coaching stop of Dan Mings. They did get their first win over Hamco, as we heard in our Tony Wilt scoreboard a moment ago, and I guess that just hung in my mind. But it's Granite City next week. Then we'll be Road Warriors for a week and come back home against Tolono Unity week 9.
Edwards County, that's Ryan Strine's old stomping grounds.
Second and 8 here. I believe that's where Dan Mings and Jeff Lonan met for the first time in education.
They both coached there, didn't they?
Uh-huh.
There we go. We can always tie it together.
As now, quick one going up the left side. A little off-tackle run, shy of the 25. I'm going to say to the 24. Gain of about 6 for Staples, I believe.
And Centralia still scoring. 55-20.
Oh.
Late third quarter.
Well, I heard a rumor that Marion was hoping to open up the offense against the Orphans, and that certainly appears to be the other way around. Oh, 42-11 now. Third down and short here for the Rams, looking for a first down. Mast on the right side, Nesbitt left. Hughes Disrow, your quarterback.
I suspect that game could get chippy in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. It could, it will, it might.
I umpired a baseball game between those two last year, and I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of love.
Hopkins will get the handoff, no gain. I was trying to see who it was. Looked like Hopkins' body type, and I knew it wasn't Staples because of the shoes. The things I have to do to remember.
You a shoe guy, are you?
Huh. Something like that.
Yeah.
In basketball, a lot of times I rely on hair when I can't see numbers, which when you have a lot of blonde perms like the Rams did there for a spell, made it tough. Football, I often rely on shoes because I don't have hair. As we have 3:25 remaining in this one, 42-11 ball game. Somebody needs to call a timeout or something. The Rams will to be sponsored by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital.
We're about to get this thing put away. 54-0 East Side.
Ooh.
Waterloo 42-14. These are finals over Jersey. Olney, I believe they're undefeated. 42-26 over Mount Carmel. And Tolono Unity Rams Week 9 opponent, 46-7 over Prairie Central.
8-9 certainly don't do the Rams any favors. Sort of out of the frying pan into the fire, if you will. 3:19 left in the fourth out of the SSM Health Good Samaritan Hospital timeout. It'll be 4th and 2.
As you're saying, the Rams will fall to 2-4. We'll have to win out to make the playoffs, and it's going to be a tall task.
It's finally into the third quarter for Centralia Marion. They're going to be at it a while. 4th down for the Rams here. Twins left. Gun tee set here.
The bad blood between them goes back to basketball even. I think.
Yeah. And so now Rudolph gets a stretch run to the outside, looking to make a break to the 40-yard line out of bounds.
There's a late hit.
Late hit and a 16-yard gain. Now it's like you have to worry about stupid extracurriculars like this.
Yeah, and I'd hate to see Rudolph or Staples get hurt in a 30-point game, fourth quarter.
So we'll see what happens here with 3:13 left in the fourth. So the chains move with 3:13 to play here in the fourth quarter, presented by People's National Bank. Coming up on your Biltmore Buildings postgame, we'll have your Mount Vernon Culver's star of the game as well as your Bonnie Cafe postgame stats.
Mascuda defeats Triad 16-7. I think Triad must be just a little down this year.
Final year of the Mississippi Valley Conference. As we masked left, Nesbitt right. Quarterback C.J. Hughes-Disrow has Staples in the backfield on 1st and 10 from the Cahokia 47-yard line. On the far hash, 42-11 ball game. Ends up a 4-step drop for C.J., and he will throw left side and out of the reach of Mast. Great defense by the Comanches out of the secondary. It'll be 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 now for the Rams with 3:07 to play here in the fourth.
Vandalia defeats Greenville 28-18. I know you've been looking for that one.
I'm a big South Central Conference guy.
Powerhouse conference.
A nice closed conference out of the central portion of the state. As now off a reverse to the left side, it'll be Rudolph. Trying to bust up field there as he got to the outside, but it's going to be a long gain of 1. So who's who in the South Central Conference? Pana, Litchfield, Staunton. Others.
Carlinville.
Yep. 3rd and 9 here for the Rams out of the South 7. South 7 Conference matchup, the Cahokia Comanches. And Centralia Orphans will be a battle next week. So on 3rd and 8, Staples in the backfield here with CJ. 2:20 to play on 3rd and 9. Ball's on the Cahokia 46. CJ going to keep it himself. Stretching to the right side, turning upfield at the 45. Not going to get there. Got to the 41 for a gain of 5. It'll be 4th and 4. Let's see. How long of a field goal would this be?
About 59.
I'd pay to see it. But not going to happen. Minute 43 left, 4th and 5. Ball on the 42-yard line. About 57.
And Archie Guai, 7 TD passes
Good Lord.
through 3 quarters. I would doubt he'll play much in the fourth quarter.
He's having a good season in one night.
They're not talking about him enough. He's probably the best quarterback on the field tonight.
So now A 1:10 mark of the fourth quarter. Still waiting for the play on fourth down. Play action, screen pass. Nesbitt has a first down as he'll lean forward beyond the 35, down to the 33 for a 9-yard gain. Big catch, big play, big throw, big everything. Big country.
Fourth catch for Nesbitt. As we wind down to 45 seconds. And this game will hopefully come to an end.
1st and 10 here from the 32. 35 seconds to play. Cahokia 42, Rams 11. Out of the gun here for CJ. It'll be Rudolph up the right side. Now looking to get to the 30. Nice move at the 25. Stays on his feet. 20. Could get in. 10-5. Into the end zone as he waits for the defender to clear. What a run for Chris Rudolph. 32-yard touchdown to get the Rams back on the board late in the fourth. Rudolph, as he watched the replay, gets to the 15, 10, 5 to 2, lets the guy clear. He's like, you're not going to bulldoze me, and gets into the end zone for 6. 42-17 as we await the PAT. Chris Rudolph having a decent return.
Be a key guy going forward.
We wait the PAT here. Kick is up and good. It's 42-18. Well, I mean, there's a million things you could say. Maybe it's closer than the score is or whatever.
Well, definitely the first half should have been, if not tied, it should have been very 10-7 type game.
Yes.
That was really when the game was lost. I mean, and all this stuff that happened in the second half. I mean, Mount Vernon played well in the first half, especially on defense, and just it's been the problem most weeks. They've just shot themselves in the foot.
And it happens.
And then the game got out of hand. Third quarter in multiple ways.
.2 seconds remain in this one as the Rams are going to fall to 2-4 on the season. Well, you can't hold anything back now if you're the Rams, I suppose. Joining the conjecture here in the press box with the Rams trailing 42-18 to Cahokia here tonight, and the Rams have just had their chances and turned some key turnovers. Costly turnovers, probably the more opportune phrase.
Well, the first play of the game was fumble and score for Cahokia, and that was just set the tone.
Lonan was excited about the Mings-Lonan name drop as he chimes in. Then they had some quality years together here in Mount Vernon as well before Lonan took over the girls' basketball program, and the rest is history there. Here's the kickoff at 23.2 seconds left. It's into the end zone touchback, 42-18.
Jeff's won a few games the last 5-6 years, hasn't he?
He has.
Here's a heck of a game. DeCoin and Frankfurt tied 22-all.
It's interesting, especially as you look at Frankfurt trying to get into the playoff hunt with all their teacher strife going on right now.
Oh, that'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it?
I'm not here to tell anybody how to do business, but I have some leverage coming up.
Yes. Don't think they know it, too.
23.2 seconds remain here, 42-18. And that is not an endorsement for either side. 23 2/10 of a second remain here. Ball in the 32, and should be victory formation for the Comanches. Yep. That's going to be all she wrote. Final score tonight, Cahokia 42, Rams 18. We'll come back with your Biltmore Buildings postgame show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for convenient banking with a local touch? Welcome to People's National Bank. With their easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, they're here to make your banking entire experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans and more, they're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stop searching for your own insurance. You have too much on your plate. Just one call to Hall Insurance, and they'll find the best coverage for your needs. Whether it's home, auto, renters, boat, motorcycle, your business, whatever you need coverage on, they'll do the work for you. Then call you back with a quote, most times in the same day. Call 618-244-7500 or visit hallinsgroup.com. Hall Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency in Mount Vernon. hallinsgroup.com.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. In Mount Vernon, delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe, inside the Mount Vernon Airport, or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
94.1 WMIX makes the most winners in Southern Illinois.
Turn it up. I want to win.
And the winning continues during the free-for-all fall, y'all. Presented by Excellent Exteriors.
Yeehaw!
Grab the scarf and pumpkin spice whatever and listen to win.
I love the fall, my favorite time of year.
We still have tickets, lots of them. Concerts, races, sporting events, spooky attractions, and of course, Holiday World tickets. Just when the weather cools off, the contests heat up.
Listen and win.
The free-for-all fall is brought to you in part by Coach House Garages, your Mount Vernon Culvers, Tony Wilt State Farm, Liberty Village of Centralia, Box Drop of Salem, and powered by Excellent Exteriors. The leaves are falling, and so are the tickets. Keep listening to win from 94.1 WMIX. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Build More Buildings post-game show starts now.
94.1 WMIX and the free Section 618 app tonight. Also watching live on the WMIX Sports YouTube. I'm Chris Hugo. Hank Evans alongside for your Built More Buildings post-game show. Tough one tonight for the Mount Vernon Rams as they stumble against the Comanches. 42-18 is your final score, and it's just a game of turnovers early, and that in turn became the difference in this one as the Comanches capitalized each and every time, it seemed.
Yep, certainly in the first half. It was kind of what might have been. I felt like Mount Vernon probably outplayed Cahokia in the first half. And to be down 22-0 and to say it's demoralizing is an understatement. They just don't have enough dudes right now to overcome those kind of mistakes against a really good team, probably the best team they'll see all year.
Well, and to me, you know, that's a key word, dude. And Cahokia has a lot of them.
Yeah.
And
yes,
dudes, especially athletic dudes, tend to smell blood in the water. And I thought that's exactly what that kind of sniff that Cahokia got at halftime, and you just saw a different Comanche team. And give a lot of credit to Darian Donald and the coaching job he's doing.
Yeah, I mean he's going to be winning games the next couple years because they're underclassmen. I mean all their skill guys are juniors and maybe their best skill guys are freshmen. So they're not going anywhere, and he's done a heck of a job.
Certainly has. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you the Bonnie Cafe post-game stats. We'll also have your Mount Vernon Culver start of the game still to come, and a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update to send everybody home. 42-18, the final score. We're back in a moment. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Ready to build something amazing? Look no further than Built More Buildings, Inc. As a proud, locally owned company with over 6,000 successful projects, we're here to serve our community with dedication and integrity. From agricultural structures to automotive shops, workshops, and homes, our skilled team is committed to turning your ideas into a reality. With competitive pricing and a family-supported approach, we put you first. Let's build your future together. Call Built More Buildings, Inc. at 618-732-8704.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a torrential downpour. You can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Contact your local Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today to see how you can save.
based on coverage limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by People's National Bank.
94.1 WMIX. You're watching live on the WMIX Sports YouTube tonight. The Mount Vernon Rams fall to the Cahokia Comanches. Final score, Cahokia 42, Rams 18. Here at home on homecoming night, it's spoiled as we're back on your Biltmore Buildings postgame show. Hank Evans alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. Hank has the Bonnie Cafe postgame stats.
All right, first for Cahokia, they improved to 5-1. They had 178 yards on the ground, 190 through the air, 368 yards of offense. Rushing, it was Collier, 2 rushes for 20 yards. Mekhi Henderson, 13 for 62. The quarterback, Gooden, 7 for 32 and a touchdown. And Winters, the star freshman, 5 carries, 60 yards and a touchdown. Passing offense, Nigel Gooden, the quarterback, 8 for 16, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns passing, 1 interception. Collier was his main man as he caught 2 balls for 80 yards. It was Holman, 2 catches, 23 yards. Cortez Rose, 1 catch is a 60-yard touchdown. And the backup quarterback lining up wide, catching a 17-yard touchdown. That is Bernard Chapman. For Mount Vernon, they're 2-4. They will have to win out to make the playoffs. 252 yards on the ground, 36 through the air, 288 yards of offense. Jay Sean Staples, 13 carries, 83 yards. It was nice to see Chris Rudolph back, 14 carries, 97 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. And C.J. Hughes, Disrow Jr., 12 carries, 65 yards. Hopkins, a couple carries for 8 yards. And Nesbitt had a carry for 3 yards. Passing, it was Hughes, Disrow Jr., 4 for 13, 36 yards. Passing, 52 yards, and all the catches were by Nesbitt, 52 yards receiving. Rudolph caught a pass early, but it went for, believe it or not, 16-yard loss. And that's all I got. The difference in the game, turnovers, Mount Vernon turned it over 3 times all in the first half. Cahokia converted it into 22 points, which allowed them to take a 22-0 halftime lead. And they ran away with it in the second half.
It all kind of went to heck pretty quick. First quarter, the opening kickoff fumbled by the Rams, and Antonio Morris ran it back for a 30-yard fumble recovery return. Henderson got the 2 PC. It was 8-0 Comanches at that point. No scoring again until the second quarter, 2:01 mark, when freshman Winters ran it in for 14 out. 2-point conversion was good, 16-zip. Less than a minute to play there in the second. I think the Rams turned it over again, and Rose caught a 60-yard touchdown pass. 2-point conversion failed. We go into the half, 22-0. Third quarter, they open it up. Big drive, 30 seconds is all it took at 11:30 to open the half. Collier ran it in from 20 yards out. 2 PC failed, 28-zip. Rams finally got on the board, 5:05 mark of the third quarter, 47-yard field goal from Carnine to make it 28-3. 3:52 mark after the Rams got the football back. Rudolph ran it in from 22 yards out. Griever, fake field goal, if you will, fake extra point, 2-point conversion was good, 28-11. Then with less than a minute to play in the third, Gooden ran it in from 11 yards out. Powell, the 2-point conversion, make it 36-11. And then starting in the fourth, Cahokia got it back. Chapman catch, 17 yards, 2-point conversion, 42-11. And the Rams got a late 32-yard run from Chris Rudolph, his second score of the night. Carnine kick was 42-18. We will take a break, as those are your Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County postgame stats. Bonnie Cafe at the Mount Vernon Outland Airport, or the OG in Bonnie. Every day like Sundays. Sunday at Grandma's, rather. Turkey, ham, fried chicken, and all the fixins. Every meal feels like home at the OG in Bonnie and the Mount Vernon Outland Airport, open daily, 6 to 8. We'll take a break, come back, wrap it up with your Mount Vernon Culver's Player of the Game and a Tony Wild State Farm scoreboard update. This is your Biltmore Buildings postgame show. Rams fall tonight 42-18. This is Mount Vernon football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
They're back.
Give it one more chance. Give it one more chance.
With all the original members together again, it's Exile.
Friday night, February 20th at the Marion Civic Center. Exile.
Woke up in love with you. Oh, what a beautiful day.
One jam-packed night of great entertainment. February 20th.
She's a miracle, sight to see.
Don't miss Exile.
For tickets, call 618-997-4030 or go to marioncccc.com.
She's too good to be true.
All their hits, including this #1 classic.
I wanna kiss you up and over again.
Get your tickets now.
Your Mount Vernon Culver's is a great place to start a career. A first-time job, or maybe you're looking to go back to work, or just looking for a few extra bucks while getting discounts on frozen custard. Join the Blue Crew. Listen to this. Starting pay is now $16 an hour. Yes, you can work for an awesome family and get $16 an hour just to start. Flexible hours, too. Apply in person at Veterans and 42nd in Mount Vernon or go to culvers.jobs and search for Mount Vernon and apply online. Culvers of Mount Vernon is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Mount Vernon Culver's star of the game is next.
94.1 WMIX in the free Section 618 app one more time as the Rams fall tonight at home. 42-18. I'm Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. We wrap up your Biltmore Buildings postgame show first with the Mount Vernon Culver's star of the game. Who is it?
I'm going to go Chris Rudolph. It was nice to see him back. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 97 yards rushing, and I believe he had an interception too, right? He took that one there right in front of us, hit him right in the numbers. He can catch the ball too, so he'll certainly make Mount Vernon a better team the last 3 games.
There we go. Your Mount Vernon Culver's now hiring. Starting pay at $16 an hour. Join the Blue Crew today. Go to culvers.jobs and search for Mount Vernon, Illinois, or apply in person at Veterans at 42nd Street as we owe you one final Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update. If we have it.
Oh, sure. Benton, I'll give you the main games. West DeCoyne pulls out a win at Frankfort 30-28. Benton comes back from 17 down to win 34-24 over Nashville. The last check, Centralia 55, Marion 28, and that's about over. Carbondale destroyed Granite City. Highland 40, Civic 17. Carterville 39-0 as they are 6-0. Pinckneyville gets a win 27-0 over AJ. East Side, East St. Louis 54-0 over Edwardsville. O'Fallon 46, Belleville West 30. Johnson City, some Black Diamond 46-22 over Fairfield. Cesar-Villiers 38-6 over Carmi. Edwards County getting their first win 14-13 over Hamilton County, and CZRE 28-22 over Red Hill.
There you go. Scores presented by Tony Wiltz, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Look for that red State Farm Jeep around town and see how you can get to a better state with State Farm. Final score, Cahokia 42, Mount Vernon 18. Hank, any final thoughts?
Cahokia certainly had more guys, and they were probably going to win this game anyways, but it's frustrating for Mount Vernon to play so well, especially defensively in the first half, and to be down by that much.
Yeah, very frustrating indeed. And so now you look to bounce back against Granite City, and the Rams will be the favorite.
Granite City's won 1 game in 6 years. I looked it up, and they've not been close. So get by that one, keep everybody healthy, and then it gets serious.
Serious. Indeed. If you go to Centralia the following Friday and wrap it up here at home against Tolono Unity. The Rams are here at home Friday night. Ken Hunt Stadium will be on the air at 6:30 here on 94.1 WMIX, or you can watch it live, WMIX Sports YouTube, or download the free Section618.com mobile app from Google Play or the App Store. For Hank Evans, for Jeff Crow, for Shauna Pugh, for all of us at WMIX Sports, I'm Chris Hugo. Final score, Cahokia 42, Mount Vernon 18. Good night from the King City.